Chapter 10, Strongest Collide, True Power Revealed. I do not own Dragon Ball Z or any of the characters. That honor belongs to Akira Toriyama. Go, such a simple word that held so much meaning behind it. As soon as Naruto said go, he flew off with Jiren flying after him. Jiren began firing energy blasts at him, but he simply moved around them with no problem. Jiren caught up to him and powered up more, giving him the advantage, and started to throw punches and kicks at Naruto. Some of them connected, but Naruto wasn't taking any damage, which further infuriated Jiren even more. Eventually Naruto managed to get away from Jiren and flew in front of the bleachers where everyone was seated. He laughed a little bit and spoke up. "You've had your fun, Jiren. Now it's my turn," Naruto said and started to power up. "Stands. This is some fight," Krillin said. "Yeah, I know, but this is just a warm-up," Piccolo said. "You are indeed correct. I have a feeling that Ring won't survive," Whis said. "He's exerting so much power for a simple transformation. It feels like he's going Super Saiyan 3. Kaba said. "He isn't going Super Saiyan 3. He's at most going Super Saiyan," Kale said. "How do you know that?" Caulifla asked. I don't know. I just feel his power for some reason and can tell what he's about to do," Kale said. "Looks like you found your Saiyan soulmate," Vegeta said, not taking his eyes off the fight. "What do you mean?" Kale asked. "I'm sure you already know about the Saiyan soulmate and what comes along with it. However, there's another thing as well. If the two Saiyans have a strong enough bond that usually grows stronger through an emotional time or difficult situation, you'll be able to sense their next move or hear their thoughts," Vegeta said. "Wow, Vegeta, I didn't know that. How come it hasn't happened to us?" Goku asked. "Because our soulmates aren't Saiyans. It only works between two Saiyans," Vegeta said. "Look at that, Kale. So when's the wedding?" Caulifla asked. "You don't necessarily have to get married. If the bond is that strong between soulmates at such a young age like it is between you and Naruto, a marriage and wedding isn't needed. A piece of paper shouldn't tell you how much you love each other. I only wish I met Belmod before so I wouldn't have to deal with the stress a wedding brings. I'm sure Kakarot can attest to that," Vegeta said, getting a nod from Goku. "Wait, so what happens if one or the other is severely hurt by an enemy or killed?" Krillin asked. "I don't know. It depends on the person. Some may break down and fall apart and some may grow stronger from the loss," Vegeta said. "Enough of your stupid Saiyan heritage. We have a fight to watch now, shut up," Belmod said. He stored away that last bit of information and ducked out of the way from an energy blast. "Whoops, sorry, my hand slipped," Caulifla said, and Vegeta smirked. "I like her. Kaba, you'll be a lucky man in the future once you grow a pair and mate with her," Vegeta said with a smirk. "What the hell, dude? I don't like him," Caulifla yelled. "Yep, my wife has the exact same reaction to me when somebody said the exact same thing to her. You'll come around eventually," Vegeta said. "How are they flying? I thought flying wasn't allowed," Teen said. "I guess the limitations the Grand Minister and King Zeno placed on this place has no effect on them. I'm guessing they'll still be able to fall though and won't be able to fly if they sink to a certain point," Whis said. "You are correct. We hadn't anticipated such strong competitors in the tournament, so we only made it so only top-tier gods and above were able to fly. Apparently those too far exceed those limitations," the Grand Priest said. Fighting area. Naruto was powering up while Jiren was charging right at him. Eventually he finished powering up to Super Saiyan like Kale said, and Jiren kicked him down. Naruto quickly recovered and flew at Jiren, kicking him away. They clashed and had a brief exchange before Jiren landed a hard uppercut that had no effect on Naruto, who countered with his own uppercut, which knocked a lot of spit out of Jiren's mouth. Jiren shook it off and charged at Naruto with a flying fist. Naruto countered by grabbing Jiren's wrist and throwing him over his shoulder. He gave Jiren an elbow to the ribs and followed up with a kick to the back of Jiren's head, sending him crashing down to the ring. Naruto lifted his hands up above his head, gathering energy between his hands, and then fired multiple energy blasts at Jiren. Jiren was getting pelted by the energy blasts, and they were knocking him around. Eventually, Jiren grew tired of this and powered up, making Naruto stop the attack. He flew at Naruto, and they began teleporting while throwing punches and kicks. As they were teleporting around, Naruto grew a smirk which infuriated Jiren even more. They flew around some more as the fight turned into a battle of speed. They clashed again, and this time Naruto had complete control of the fight at the moment. Jiren went for a punch, but Naruto dodged it and kicked him in the face. Jiren powered up again, and this time he was slightly stronger than Naruto's Super Saiyan transformation and kicked him away towards the ring. Jiren went after him, and Naruto suddenly appeared behind him and kicked him to the ground. They fought some more, and they were completely even. They created energy blasts and fired them at each other. The explosion from the attack sent them into the walls of the Null Realm, and everyone grew concerned. A few seconds go by, and both of them are seen flying out of the opposite side of the wall they went through and met in the middle with a fist to each other's face. Stands. This is one hell of a fight. Caulifla exclaimed. I know, I can't even keep up with them. Kaba said. To think this is just a warm-up for them. Krillin said. This isn't some warm-up anymore. Jiren's taking this seriously. He had to power up like 3 times before he matched Naruto's power in Super Saiyan. Teen said. Oh man, I wish I was in there right now. Goku said excitedly. You would be easily beaten with the amount of power they're using. They are way past what you were at even after you accessed Ultra Instinct again. Kampa said. He's right, Goku, you're strong, but not their level of strength. Whis said. But I forced Lord Beerus to use 70% of his power when I first went Super Saiyan God. I'm way stronger than I was back then. Goku said. I lied. You barely made me use 2% of my power against you. You're no match for them, and you still have a long way to go. Beerus said. What? Seriously? Goku asked. Yes, I'm serious. Perhaps if you and Vegeta did the fusion against me, you might make me use more of my power, but it probably won't be much. Beerus said. Wow, Vados, you've trained Naruto really well. Cuz said. Thank you for the compliment, Cuz. Vados said. It's a shame that you don't know how strong he really is. We could have used that to our advantage. Makarita said. Sorry, I can't help you with that. There's maybe one person alive who knows how strong he really is, but she's not here. Vados said. Who might that be? Whis asked. It's a little girl he's grown quite fond of, and they share an older brother-younger sister type of relationship. I'm actually showing her the fight right now through my staff. Vados said. Well, he's lucky she isn't here. It saves him the embarrassment of being defeated by Jiren's own 2 hands. Belmod said. Well, apparently we're watching 2 different fights. If you hadn't noticed, you clown, Naruto's kicking Jiren's ass. Kampa said, and Belmod sat there in silence. Fighting area. The fight continued on with Jiren kicking Naruto's feet from underneath him while they were in the air. Naruto didn't let this stop him as he began fighting Jiren upside down with little difficulty. Naruto kicked Jiren back, and Jiren stopped himself and powered up way farther than what he was currently at. Naruto rushed in with a punch to the face that had no effect on Jiren. Jiren punched him in the gut, knocking the wind out of him, grabbed him by the ankle, and flew down towards the ring, slamming Naruto into the ground multiple times before throwing him into a boulder, shooting multiple energy blasts at him. "Wow, Jiren, I must admit that you're pretty strong," Naruto said, laying down on his back. "I'm the strongest in this tournament. My strength is absolute and your strength pales in comparison to mine," Jiren said. "You may have strength, but it's not true strength," Naruto said, standing up. "Strength begets strength. Strength makes you a winner," Jiren said. "Oh, cut the shit. Your strength is meaningless. True strength comes from a desire to protect something. Something like a promise or your precious people. You're surrounded by people that love you. Your childhood friends and parents would be ashamed of the man you've become," Naruto said. "Shut up," Jiren replied. Jiren charged in and grabbed Naruto by the face and slammed him through boulders. He held him up by his shirt and relentlessly punched him in the face, and if he wasn't blinded by anger, he would have noticed that none of the punches he did weren't doing any damage. Naruto had enough and broke free of Jiren's grip and kicked him away. Naruto saw Jiren laying on the ground and started to punch him with heavy blows, forcing Jiren to raise his guard. Jiren blasted Naruto away, and they began another round of fierce attacks. They began fighting all over the Null Realm and creating shockwaves every time they collided, making the competitors on the stands brace themselves from being blown away. Whis created a barrier around the bleachers so everyone would be okay. The fight was so intense that the Grand Priest was thinking about teleporting them all to another place because the ring most likely wouldn't last longer. Jiren managed to kick Naruto back into Whis' barrier, but as soon as he did, Naruto powered up to Super Saiyan 2 and was on Jiren in an instant with a hard punch to the jaw and then a kick to his face. Jiren set a strong energy blast at Naruto, who just flew around it before punching Jiren back. "You're weak," Naruto said as he punched Jiren again. "A disgrace," Naruto said and blasted Jiren. "Your master would be ashamed of you," Naruto said as he blasted Jiren away, sending him sprawled out onto the ground. "Stands. He's making Jiren look like nothing," Goku said. "Yes, and what terrifies me is that he hasn't fully powered up yet. The power he's exerting in his Super Saiyan 2 form is stronger than what it was before," Piccolo said. "It's a good thing Whis put this barrier up. Otherwise, this bench would have been destroyed by now," Krillin said. "Vados, has Naruto always been this ruthless when he fights?" Cuz asked. "No, this is the first time I've seen him like this. He's usually calm when he fights," Vados said. "I guess Jiren's views on life and strength struck a nerve in him," Cuz said. "Lord Belmod, should we begin to worry about Jiren's defeat?" Makarita asked. "No, Jiren will be fine. It'll all work itself out in the end," Belmod said with a mysterious voice and took another glance at Kale. Makarita caught this and became worried. "Please don't do what I think you're thinking about doing," Makarita thought. "Go on, Naruto. Kick his ass," Caulifla said. "Well, we'll look who came around," Kampa said. "Oh please, I'm only doing this because I don't want to die. After this is over, it's back to hating him again," Caulifla said. Fighting area. Jiren stood up and wiped the blood off of his face and powered up again, and Naruto did the same. They stared each other down with a glare and then they vanished. Shockwaves were once again all over the Null Realm as the two fierce competitors exchanged blows. Jiren would occasionally throw in an energy blast and Naruto would do the same. They separated and then went right back to fighting. Every time Jiren connected on a punch, Naruto would respond with a punch of his own. This went on until they both were heavily bruised and bleeding. Naruto went for a kick to Jiren's head, but he ducked out of the way, and the force behind the kick was enough to destroy all of the rocks behind them, turning them into dust. They traded punches and kicks again for a while, and then Jiren pressed on even harder, forcing Naruto to go on the defensive. The more Jiren pressed on, the more confident he grew that he would win. Naruto jumped back and then flew at Jiren and fired a point-blank majestic grenade at him. "What?" Naruto said. Jiren was seen standing there perfectly fine and had his hand up with an energy attack in his hand and a serious look on his face. He fired the attack and it carried Naruto in the air before exploding. The attack was so powerful that it knocked Naruto out of his Super Saiyan state, but he lessened the damage he would have taken by turning his majestic grenade into a shield before the attack exploded. Naruto began falling out of the sky, seemingly unconscious. Stands. He's persistent. I'll give him that. I told you, Makarita, there was no need to worry. Jiren's got this in the bag. Naruto can't win if he's unable to keep up with Jiren's constant increase in power. No matter how much he powers up, Jiren's power will always overwhelm him. Belmod said. You're right, such a shame, he was a good fighter. His inability to keep up with Jiren's increase will cause him to falter and crumble. Our victory is only a matter of time. Makarita said. You're right. Somebody with that much power, but has no idea how to properly use it and continues to fight, is merely a futile resistance to delay defeat. Kai said. What a load of crap. You say he's unable to properly control his power, yet he was just manhandling Jiren for the majority of this fight. Do you not remember that Jiren's already had to power up multiple times just to pass Naruto's power as a regular Super Saiyan, and then do it again once he went Super Saiyan 2? Saying he has a problem keeping up with Jiren's constant power increase might be true, but that just means he has something else to improve on and adapt to as the fight goes on. To ignore that and decide the outcome disgusts me. Since when did you gods become so hasty? Kale said. What is your point? Kai asked. Are you saying he'll be able to adapt to Jiren's fighting ability and somehow win? That's impossible. Talk about a load of crap. Belmod said, laughing, and Kale stood up. What makes you so sure? So far in the limited time of this tournament of power, all of us Saiyans have broken through our limitations and setbacks time and time again. Kaba became a Super Saiyan 2. Caulifla was able to properly transform into Super Saiyan 2 again. Goku has tapped into a power that only gods have ever used. Vegeta broke through his limits and defeated a god of destruction in Toppo. Gohan has surpassed his limits, and I am able to use my Saiyan abilities without going on a rampage. You've witnessed all this yourself. Kale said and shot him a glare. Belmod turned to the fight and saw Naruto still falling, but sparks could briefly be seen around him. Jiren, end it already. Defeat him. Knock Naruto off the stage. Belmod said, and Jiren prepared an attack and flew up at Naruto's falling body. Naruto, I know you can hear me, so listen up. You're the last hope for Universe 6. We're all placing our hopes and dreams in your hands. Losing here is unacceptable and will be a complete embarrassment on all our behalf. You're stronger than all of these so-called gods who can't even think without an attendant by their side. Do you really want to let Sala down? You need to get your ass in gear and defeat Jiren. Kale yelled. Jiren threw his fist covered in energy at Naruto. Naruto suddenly flipped around and let out a ferocious yell as he transformed to his max Super Saiyan 2 form, causing Jiren to back off and cancel his attack. Naruto took a deep breath and then looked at Jiren with a calm yet cold demeanor. Wow, Kale, that was some speech. I've never heard you speak so passionately about anything before. What brought this on? Caulifla asked. Well, for one, I care about him. You weren't going to do anything to encourage him, and Vados and Kampa have done enough praising of him as is. So I decided to help him out. He's been fighting angry this whole time and he needed to bet his act together. Kale said. She's right, Caulifla. Naruto has indeed been fighting angry. I'm sure if anyone other than Kale was the one to give him that speech it wouldn't have worked. Now we're about to see how Naruto really fights. Vado said with a smile. I think you should begin to worry, Makarita. Ka said. Oh? Why is that? Makarita asked. Because I can feel Naruto's power steadily increasing and it doesn't seem to have a stopping point. This fight is about to become more dangerous and intense. Ka said, making everyone turn their attention to the fight. Fighting area. Jiren began falling back down to the ground and Naruto was falling after him. Once Jiren landed, Naruto twisted his body in the air going in for a double stomp, but Jiren threw his fist out and launched an energy attack at Naruto. Naruto landed on the attack and bounced off it and slid backwards on the ground with his hands and feet. Faster than anybody other than the angels and gods can see, Naruto shot off towards Jiren, who moved out of the way, and Naruto went crashing through some boulders. Naruto corrected himself and flew at Jiren, who came flying out of the dust cloud that was caused by the destruction of so many rocks. They met in the middle with another clash and started another round of heavy punches and kicks. While Jiren's attacks were stiff and brutal, Naruto's were elegant yet still kept their power every time one connected. The more the fight went on, the more Naruto's power swelled, and this put Belmod on edge. Cuz could sense that Naruto's power was rising on its own and couldn't help but let an unnoticeable smile come on her face. The more the fight went on, explosions and shockwaves were happening, and eventually the barrier Whis put up was shattered. Every punch Jiren threw was blocked or deflected, and then he was countered with another punch from Naruto, who was having the same thing happen to him from Jiren. Stands. Looks like Kale's pep talk managed to get Naruto back on track and fight how he usually fights. Kampa said. But we're back to square one from when the fight first started. They're locked in a stalemate and neither can gain the upper hand. Kaba said. Did anybody hear the war cry that came from Naruto? It sounded like a wild beast was trying to escape its prison. Caulifla said. Don't worry, Naruto has everything under control. His power is fierce, yes, but it's also calm at the same time. Kale said. Fighting area. Jiren and Naruto were going around in circles fighting each other. Their attacks eventually lead to a bright light surrounding both of them as both of their power increased higher and higher. The shockwaves became more violent and they remained focused on the fight. Jiren fighting with the intentions of hurting Naruto and Naruto fighting with the intention to just win the fight. During the fight, Naruto smirked and closed his eyes while continuing to fight, which infuriated Jiren. They teleported around the arena and suddenly Naruto's power skyrocketed and he took control of the fight. Stands. What the hell is he closing his eyes for? Caulifla asked. Don't worry, he's fine. I believe he is trusting his battle instincts right now and is focusing only on the fight. Vado said. Why would he do that? Doesn't he know that all of our hopes and dreams are in his hands? Kaba asked. Of course he does, but it's causing him to be distracted during the fight. Earlier he was fighting aggressively because of the heavy burden placed on him. He's fighting not just for your hopes and dreams, but the entire universe's. All of that doesn't matter to him right now, and he's finally realizing that the only thing that matters in this moment is his victory. His acceleration of energy isn't from confusion, but from pure impulse. Hesitation, panic, even fear itself turned to nothing in his burning desire to just win. All he can feel is his opponent and himself. The rising power and heat we feel is him tapping into his full power, something we've all been waiting for. Vado said. Do you think he's going for Ultra Instinct? Beerus asked. I doubt that. All this time he's been powering up and has been in his Super Saiyan 2 form. If he wanted to use Ultra Instinct he would have dropped his transformation. I don't think he wants to use something that's incomplete and risk losing. He has something else up his sleeve. Vados said. This isn't looking good, my lord. Makarita said. What's going on with him? Not just his power, but now his heat is radiating all the way over here. Kai SSID. Who cares about that? Jiren, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and end it, Belmod said. Fighting area. Jiren, hearing Belmod's words, kicked Naruto's aura away somehow and then blasted him away into a rock. Jiren flew after the rock and then kicked it towards the elimination area. After Naruto broke the rock and landed, Jiren began throwing energy blasts at him nonstop, and each time one would hit, a piece of the rock Naruto was standing on would break. All you saw was a speck of gold amongst the heavy fire of attacks. Stands. Jiren's attacks are becoming more ferocious and Naruto doesn't have much ground left to stand on. Fuwa said worriedly. His attack is a combination of shockwaves from his rapidly moving fists and punches. He's trying to end this before Naruto can power up again. Hit said. Look where Naruto's at. Once that rock crumbles, it's bye-bye Universe 6. Caulifla said. The rocks surrounding him are crumbling as well. He needs to hurry or there'll be nowhere left to run. Hit said. Naruto. Get out of there, jump to another rock while you still have time. Kaba said. He can't. He's too busy blocking Jiren's attacks. Saiyan. One false move and we won't have to worry about the rock crumbling, he'll basically eliminate himself. Purina said. Can't he do something? There has to be a way. Kaba said. Be quiet. Kale said. Huh? Kaba said. Just shut up and watch. Kampa said in a serious voice as everyone began watching the fight again. Looks like Kampa has accepted his fate. Belmod said. This time it's decided for sure. Kai said. Either he loses that power he's building up first or he loses his footing. All that's left is to see his demise, yes. Makarita said. Yes, indeed. At last. At long last all of this will be over soon. Belmod said, and Topo noticed something. Sparks? That's the school from the force of their fists hitting each other. Topo said. Looks like Naruto's ready to go on the offensive. I guess he's gathered the power he needed. Vados said. Fighting area. Jiren, seeing Naruto beginning to counter, added more speed and power to his attacks. This didn't work as Naruto began to slowly rise, and once he was at full height, he sent a powerful attack right in the opening Jiren's attack left, striking him right in the stomach. Jiren was pissed, but up in the stands, Caulifla and Kabo were celebrating the loudest and occasionally dragging Kale into the celebration. Naruto let out another ferocious yell that sounded like a beast trying to escape and created a golden typhoon beneath him with sparkles and multiple different colors around it. Jiren jumped back and watched as Naruto began absorbing all of that power back into himself. Naruto, that last strike and this power you've built to defeat me. I guess I'll have no choice but to respond in kind. Jiren said and powered up himself. Stands. We'll go Naruto. Caulifla exclaimed. He's finally showing his true power. This is incredible. I don't think any of us could have imagined this much power from him. Kaba said. Yes, this power is thousands of times stronger from the last time I trained him. Vados said. I can't believe how much power those two have. Topo said, guarding himself from the ferociousness of Jiren and Naruto's power. This force from both of them is enough to crush us as well. Kai said, also guarding himself. Who cares? It doesn't matter so long as we win. Finish him once and for all with unavoidable, unstoppable, and absolute power. Belmod exclaimed. Fighting area. Jiren gathered all of his power for his attack and created a huge ball of energy around him. The energy shrunk down to the size of a baseball as Jiren pointed his hand at Naruto, who was just standing there absorbing energy. "Hurry up, Jiren. Hurry and defeat Naruto," Belmod yelled. "Farewell, warrior. It's over," Jiren yelled. He fired his attack at Naruto, who was suddenly surrounded by a golden orb. Naruto planted his foot, and the next thing everyone knew, Jiren's attack as well as the typhoon Naruto created simply vanished along with Naruto. Everyone looked around, and Jiren slowly turned and saw Naruto standing there still surrounded by the golden orb, but he was holding Jiren's attack in his hand. Naruto crushed the attack like it was nothing and walked towards Jiren, who threw a punch at Naruto. Everyone watching should have been watching in slow motion because that's how this moment felt. Jiren's attack missed as Naruto did a smooth backflip, and Jiren was suddenly hit 3 times, making him stumble back with a confused look on his face. Jiren went for another attack, but Naruto simply knocked it away and destroyed all of the rocks floating around the area. Jiren charged in like a wild bull at Naruto, and it seems as if Naruto just walked by him. Jiren was then hit with multiple attacks that he didn't see and was sent flying into rocks laying on his back. The golden orb broke away and Naruto stood on top of a boulder in his Super Saiyan 3 state, but the difference was his hair was a lot brighter and more spiky. The static around him burned away his shirt, and he looked down at Jiren with the same calm yet cold demeanor that sent a small shiver down Jiren's spine. "Stands. Whoa, that power is incredible," Caulifla said in awe. "Now you people realize why I said he's stronger than me. I wasn't lying, and I still feel as if he's holding something back," Kappa said. "That's because he is," Vegeta said. "What do you mean, Master?" Kappa said. "Kakarot, have you noticed the feeling coming from that stranger light?" Vegeta asked. "Huh? Oh yeah, it feels like the energy we needed when turning into a great ape." "Why?" Goku asked. "Naruto has a tail, and for some reason he hasn't transformed into a giant ape. I know that he can feel the energy as well, and he's even looked at the strange light multiple times," Vegeta said. "So you're saying he has a lot more power within him than he's using right now?" Goku asked. "Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. However, I don't know how much," Vegeta said and looked at Vados. "I don't know either. I do know he's hiding something. He's never been able to transform so smoothly into Super Saiyan 3. Like I'm sure Goku knows Super Saiyan 3 puts a lot of stress on the body because the power has to come from deep within. Right now the amount of power he's using is almost as strong as Lord Beerus," Vados said. "Hey look! They're starting again," Kale said. "Fighting area. Naruto," Jiren said through clenched teeth. "I hope you're ready, Jiren. The real fight starts now," Naruto said. They were having a stare down with Jiren having a face full of anger and Naruto having a calm demeanor still. Naruto planted his foot and took off faster than anybody other than the strongest gods and all angels could see. Naruto reached Jiren in less than an instant, and Jiren was barely able to move and got a huge cut on the side of his face. Naruto didn't intend on Jiren moving and went crashing through some boulders. He stood up unharmed and turned to look at Jiren, who was now standing. "Stands. Whoa, that's some speed," Caulifla said as all she saw was Naruto stand up after rocks fell. "Yes, his speed on par with that of Lord Beerus when he goes all out, yet his power doesn't match it," Whis said. "With that amount of speed and power there's no way Naruto can lose this," Kaba said. "We'll see about that," Belmod thought, looking at Kale. "Fighting area. Don't get cocky just because you've powered up," Jiren said. He rushed in at Naruto with a combination of punches and kicks that were all dodged with elegance and grace, which made some people think he was using Ultra Instinct again. Naruto backflipped out of the way and Jiren rushed at him with an onslaught of attacks, and Naruto just blocked and dodged them all. Jiren began yelling as he couldn't land a single hit on Naruto. He went for another left hook, but Naruto caught his arm and kicked him away with ease. Jiren flew up in the air and created a huge ball of energy above his head and threw it at Naruto. Seeing the attack coming, Naruto shot a small energy beam at the attack, destroying it, and Jiren was surprised at how easy he did it. Jiren and Naruto flew at each other and began trading blows again, but this time Naruto was in full control and Jiren couldn't get his guard up in time, so he was getting hit by everything Naruto threw at him. Naruto knees him in the gut, uppercuts him, kicks him in the head, then follows it up with another strong punch to the face. Jiren started rapidly foreign energy blasts at Naruto, and he dodged all of them, doing backflips. Jiren swiped his hand horizontally, and a wave of energy was fired at Naruto, who jumped over it and ran at Jiren and punched him. Jiren met his punch with one of his own, and then they began attacking each other again. Naruto picked up speed, easily broke through Jiren's guard, and proceeded to just beat him mercilessly until he had enough and just disappeared, giving Jiren a punch to the back of his head, a kick in the spine moving him forward, and once Jiren turned around to counter, Naruto already had his fist buried in his gut and blasted him away through multiple boulders. Stands. That's so awesome. After struggling against Jiren, now he's in control. Caulifla said. It's not over yet. Kampa said. Yeah, Jiren hasn't powered up to his max yet. This fight is still unknown. However, I do feel a glimpse of power Naruto is allowing me to feel, and it's scary that he's this strong at such a young age. Ka said. What do you mean, as much as he's allowing you to feel? Makarita asked. I mean, it's like he can sense me trying to get a read on his power that's not being used and is only allowing me to get a glimpse into what it is. Ka said. What? That's impossible. No mortal should be able to have that much control or any kind of ability like that. Even if they did, it shouldn't work on an angel. Belmod said. Sorry, but it's the truth. The more I dig deep and try to sense more of his power, it's like he just forces my sensing skills to just dull away. Ka said. Jiren's in trouble. Kale said. What makes you say that? Vados asked. Naruto's letting me sense his full power, and I can tell you now that however strong you all think he is, it doesn't even come close to what his full power would be. The reason he hasn't let you sense it is because he doesn't trust you with the information that comes from his hidden power. He knows you'll just spoil the surprise. He's waiting for the right moment to show it off. Kale said. Do you think if we fused again we could beat him? Caulifla asked. Caulifla, we couldn't even beat Goku, and he was running on fumes the entire time he was fighting us. We would have easily lost to him had he been at least 25% of his full strength while we were fused. We stand no chance against Naruto. Kale said. I had no idea he was so powerful. Do you think he was doing the same tactic against you, Vados, when you were training? Kampa asked. No, he's letting me sense about half of his full power as we speak, and it's amazing how far he's come after a year of training alone after I was his teacher. Vados said. I don't like the sound of this, my lord. Makarita said. Everything will be fine. Universe 11 will win. Belmod said with the utmost confidence. Fighting area. Naruto was staring at the rubble which Jiren was buried underneath and patiently waited for him to come out of it. After a few seconds, the rubble exploded due to Jiren blasting it out of his way, and he stood up panting with cuts all over his body as he was breathing heavy. This is unacceptable. I refuse to lose. I can't lose. Strength is justice. Strength is absolute. Everything I've worked for and gained is meaningless without victory. I refuse to be weak like everyone in the past. I'll never go through that again. I cannot. I will not. Jiren said. He began to power up to his max with a yell that screamed power. His power came off of him in the form of a firestorm and his muscles grew, shredding the upper half of his uniform. Naruto put his guard up a bit as he was nearly sent flying away from the power Jiren was releasing. He let out another yell as the power increase began destroying part of the ring. Once everything was settled down, Jiren came walking out of the firestorm he created with a deadly look on his face. Stands. Jiren's power has increased drastically. Piccolo said. It looks like Naruto backing him into a corner made him remember his past trauma. He realized the position he was in and decided to go all out now. Vegeta said. This is not good. Kappa said. You have nothing to worry about. Remember, Naruto still hasn't gone full power yet, my lord. Jiren may be stronger right now, but I'm not so sure it will last much longer. Vado said. Quite the confidence you have in your fighter. Nobody has ever beaten Jiren when he uses his full power. Belmod said. The same can be said for Naruto after he was done training. Vados replied. Fighting area. The stare down between Jiren and Naruto was broken up as Jiren rushed in with a punch that was deflected by Naruto. They backed off for a fraction of a second and then began trading punches and kicks at an extremely fast pace, and the shockwaves coming off of them was destroying the half of the ring they were fighting on. Jiren's fierce attacks and Naruto's calm moves canceled each other out until Naruto caught Jiren's fist in the palm of his hand. No matter what, I will never lose. No matter the cost. Jiren exclaimed. He created an energy blast in his fist that caught Naruto off guard and sent him flying back. Jiren created a strong ball of energy in his left hand, then punched it in Naruto's direction with his right hand, and Naruto had to jump out of the way. Jiren shot rapid energy blasts at Naruto, making him raise his guard, and once the attack was done, Naruto looked down and couldn't find Jiren. He looked up and Jiren was already firing his next attack at Naruto, and Naruto countered with a quick attack of his own. They were stuck in a brief stalemate until Jiren added more power to his attack and overwhelmed Naruto. Naruto tried holding back Jiren's blast, but it was too much for him to handle, and he was swallowed up by the attack sent into the ground before it exploded into a dome of fierce energy. The smoke began to twist into itself, and Naruto came flying out of the crater straight at Jiren, who ducked out of the way of his fist. Jiren and Naruto began teleporting away from each other before they caught each other with a kick. They met in the middle as a test of strength, and neither one of them would budge, and Jiren found this weird since he was stronger than Naruto at the moment. You still have this much power left? You're a persistent bastard. Just stay down. Jiren said. Naruto kicked Jiren in the gut, breaking the stalemate, and Jiren countered with punches that Naruto dodged. Naruto slid back and threw an energy blast at Jiren, which was deflected right back at him at a faster speed and exploded, sending him flying in the air. Jiren appeared above him and kicked him in his back, sending him down to the ground. To add insult to injury, Jiren fired another strong energy attack at Naruto's back, sending him crashing to the ground at a faster back, and then the attack exploded. Stands. Nu! Kappa exclaimed. Yes. We've won. Belmod said. Naruto. Kappa said. It's not over yet, is it? Caulifla asked with a hint of worry in her voice. No, it's not over. Kale said. How do you know? He's face first in the ground right now. Caulifla said. Just trust me, Caulifla. Kale said and looked at Vados, who had a tight grip on her staff. Come on, Naruto, you can do it. No matter the situation, you've always got right back up when we were kids. This is no different. You have the power to defeat Jiren. I believe in you. We all believe in you. Sala believes in you. So come on and get back up and fight. Kale said. Fighting area. Naruto began to stand up, albeit slowly due to his body being in pain. He finally made it to his feet and stood up straight, and Jiren was baffled on how he was able to still stand. Impossible. You shouldn't be able to stand anymore, Jiren said. It's not over yet, Jiren, Naruto said. How? How are you able to stand after being beaten so many times? Jiren asked. Kale, Sala, and everyone else from Universe 6 are counting on me to win this tournament. As a saiyan, I can never back down from any challenge, Naruto said, and powered up some more. Silence. Such a thing is meaningless before my power. Friendships are worthless. Bonds only hold you back. Strength is all that matters, Jiren said. He rushed in at Naruto, who did the same and dodged Jiren's attack. He kicked Jiren in the back of the head, sending him to the ground. Friendships and bonds aren't meaningless. You have no idea how lucky you have it in life, Naruto said as he kicked Jiren away again. You have friends. People that actually want to be close to you. You had your parents growing up while I had nothing. My entire home planet hates me for something I had no control over. I was banished from my home at the age of 7 and grew up alone. Someone I considered a friend broke all ties with me and basically told me she hates me. I was fortunate enough to meet Vados and Kampa. Although Kampa gets on my nerves and we argue a lot, I consider him something akin to an uncle. Vados became my mother figure, Naruto said. It doesn't matter. My pain is far worse. My past is worse, Jiren said as he attacked Naruto, who dodged him again. You know nothing of pain. Have you ever had to kill a child because he was so far into creating chaos that it left you no choice? I've ruined families by taking out armies of space pirates in my universe because they were so hell-bent on causing war and destruction. The only thing that kept me from going crazy and ending it all was somebody I like to think of as my little sister. I have 4 important people in my life and 3 of them are in the stands. You have an entire universe willing to be your friend, yet you push them away. True strength comes from the need to protect something. That's why you will always be weak in my eyes. You're so stuck in the past that you refuse to grow and see what's right in front of your eyes. No more games, this ends now, Naruto said. He powered up some more, and the faster than Jiren could see, Naruto was already in his guard, punching him in the gut. Jiren tried to fight back, but it was just too much for him. Naruto finished off his attack by slamming Jiren into a boulder and blasting him away. Stands. Has he really gone through all of that? Cuz asked. Yes, everything he said was true. He's been alone since he was 7 after being banished for something out of his control and was framed for it when it happened a second time, Vados said. Why was he banished? Whis asked. When he was born with his tail. Nobody knew what it was and they couldn't cut it off because every time they tried it would defend itself. The day he was born, it was on a full moon. When Naruto opened his eyes that same night, his eyes made contact on the moon and he transformed into a giant ape. The king of their planet was able to take him far away before the transformation was complete. After the attack died down and Naruto was back to normal, the council decided that should he have another incident like that, he would be banished from Sadala. At the age of 7, somebody framed an attack on a city and placed some of the hairs at the destroyed city, and Naruto was banished because the evidence was too strong against him. He's been back once, but that's because he had to stand trial because he interfered in a science job while exiled. He was cleared of all charges, but the hate against him was so bad that he had to stay in the king's palace and leave early in the morning. Vados said. What happened to his parents? Goku asked. His mother died after childbirth due to a slow-acting poison that was rotting away her insides. The doctors did all they could to save her, but she eventually died in the end. His father blew himself up the same way Vegeta almost did in order to let his team escape from a dangerous mission a few days before he was born. Vados said, I think the icing on the cake that made him cherish bonds and friendship even more is when Caulifla ended their friendship over his opinion on something. He may not show it on the outside, but on the inside he's hurting a lot from that day Caulifla. Yeah, he has me, Kale, Sala and Lord Kampa, but I think he'd be even better if you were by his side again. You should think about talking to him after all of this is done. Vados told Caulifla, who nodded. Fighting area. Jiren and Naruto were fighting all over the arena, creating shockwaves that got stronger each and every time they connected on a punch. To somebody looking at the fight from the outside, it would seem as if they were even, but that's not the case. If you're actually involved in the fight, you could easily see that Naruto was in control the entire time. Naruto punched Jiren in the face hard and then blocked a punch from him with his forearm. They went back and forth until Jiren kicked Naruto down to the ground. Naruto landed and jumped out of the way as Jiren came crashing down towards him. Naruto, while jumping back, threw a punch at Jiren, and the force behind the punch created multiple gusts of wind that hit Jiren and inflicted damage to him, sending him flying back through multiple boulders. Jiren fired more energy blasts at Naruto, but he dodged them and kicked Jiren down to the ground and sent a huge energy blast at Jiren that exploded on contact. Jiren stood up but was kicked into a boulder by Naruto, who just landed and stared at him. This is the power of friendship and bonds, Jiren, Naruto said, and Jiren took a glance at Belmod, who looked over at Kale. Who cares about friendship? Who cares about bonds? Who cares about trust? To accept that would go against everything I've become. I refuse to believe in such power. Such a thing can be easily erased. Jiren yelled. He fired a strong energy blast directly at Kale. Naruto, seeing this, got up there in time and deflected the attack away from Kale. He landed on a floating rock, and if looks could kill, Jiren would be dead. The power you believe in is easily erased. Just like that. Jiren said. I'm no hero of justice like you pride troopers. I'm just a guy who does the right thing when it is called for. I don't usually go out looking to pick fights or start wars. But those who try to attack and hurt my loved ones, I'll never forgive them. Naruto yelled. He powered up even more, and before anybody could blink, Naruto's fist was connecting with Jiren's jaw. Naruto followed up with 2 kicks to Jiren's face and a judo throw over his shoulder before kicking him in the air. Jiren powered up as well, and they began fighting all over the arena, but it was clear to everyone that Naruto was in control of their fight. Naruto caught Jiren with an uppercut and then kicked him to the ground. He blasted Jiren to the ground with a powerful energy blast, and Jiren was lying badly beaten inside of a crater. You shouldn't have gone after her. This fight would have been a lot easier on you, Naruto said, and Jiren started laughing. What's so funny? Naruto asked. You may have been able to stop my attack on the girl, but you won't stop Belmod's. Jiren stands. Naruto turned around and saw Belmod shoot Kale with an energy blast that left her fighting for her life. Everyone was in shock at what just happened, even Makurita. Krillin, give me a senzu bean, Goku said. We only have one left, Krillin said. Just give him the damn bean, Baldy, or so help me I'll kill you right now. Caulifla yelled, and Krillin quickly gave Goku the senzu bean and he fed it to Kale. She'll be all right, but I don't think she's waking up anytime soon, Goku said. What the fuck is your problem? Caulifla yelled at Belmod, who had a smirk on his face. Universe 11 shall win at all costs, no matter who or what stands in our way, Belmod said. That was too far, Belmod, Cuz said. I agree with Cuz, that's not the way to do things, Belmod, Makurita said. You dare disrespect me by not putting Lord before my name? I am your master. You live to serve me. Do not question what I do or why I do it. Belmod said. He shouldn't have done that. Vado said. Where's Naruto? Kaba asked as he didn't see him in the fighting area. I'm right here, he said from behind Belmod. He's eliminated. He's on the bleachers, Belmod said. Actually, he isn't. If you look closely, he has energy blasts underneath his feet, so technically he isn't out, the Grand Priest said. You heard Kale. Now, I'm going to kick your ass, Naruto said as he grabbed Belmod's neck and threw him into the fighting area. This is bad, Vado said. Why? Caulifla asked. It's illegal in the tournament to fight anybody that's in the bleachers, Vado said. Given the circumstances, the Omni Kings have agreed to let it slide, the Grand Priest said. Do you all feel that? Goku asked. Yeah, it's coming from Naruto, Kaba said, and they all turned towards the fight. Fighting area. Belmod landed next to Jiren and gave him some of his power so he could fight again, and that's when Naruto landed on the other half of the arena that was split by Toppo. You really think you stand a chance against the both of us? You're crazy if you think that, Belmod said, laughing. You tried to kill my soulmate. For that, you're both tied for number 1 on my shit list, Naruto said. Naruto started to power up with a ferocious yell, and this time the roar of a beast was easily heard by everyone, and it put Universe 7 on edge. Naruto continued to power up, creating a huge cloud of dust, and the beastly roar became less and less as it turned more into a human grunting noise. He didn't power up for long, but everyone felt the power radiating from him. After the dust cleared, Naruto was standing calmly on what remained of the side of the ring he was on. It was just a small skinny piece of the ring that was big enough for one person to stand on. His appearance completely changed. His hair grew longer and became wilder, reaching down to the middle of his back, while 2 long pointed bangs of hair were on both sides of his neck. The color of his hair changed from gold to his regular black. He had red trim around his eyes, which changed from his usual blue color as a Super Saiyan to gold with a black pupil. He had red fur around his entire upper body except around his stomach and chest, showing off his chest and abs. His tail also changed colors and became red. Stands. Up in the stands, all of the angels stood up and took a bow to Naruto as well as the Grand Priest. This action shocked everyone, even the gods themselves. Why did you all bow to him? Caulifla asked. Because what you are all witnessing has never been done before, Makarita said. The current power Naruto has coming off of him is far stronger than that of any god, Kuz said. Kuz was right in her assumption earlier. Naruto's power is indeed far stronger than that of a god, Vado said. Ladies and gentlemen, on this day during the Tournament of Power, it is with great honor and respect that I, the Grand Priest, welcome Naruto into the ranks of an angel, the Grand Priest said, and then the god stood and took a bow as well. Fighting area. Belmod and Jiren were now terrified of the power radiating from Naruto. It didn't help that the Grand Priest announced Naruto's new powerful transformation pushes him into the ranks of an angel. It didn't matter that it was the ranks of a beginner-level angel, it was still nothing to scoff at. How do you like my new look? It's something I discovered while trying to control my Grade 8 form. I took the power of the beast and used it while transforming. I like to call this form Super Saiyan 4. Now prepare for your defeat, Naruto said and powered up some more. Chapter 11, Belmod's Beatdown, Tournament concluded. I do not own Dragon Ball Z or any of the characters. That honor belongs to Akira Toriyama. Naruto was staring down Belmod and Jiren as he powered up, and he could see the sweat drop going down the side of Belmod's face. He's never been in a serious fight with an angel-level opponent before outside of the occasional training with Makurita. Jiren, on the other hand, was livid. Here stood a boy years younger than him that was far stronger than him. It reminded him of his past, and he absolutely refused to be weak again. So, who wants their ass kicked first? Naruto asked as he finished powering up. Do you honestly believe you're strong enough to take both of us on? Belmod asked, playing tough. Your bonds with friends and loved ones will make you lose. Feelings and emotions will hold you back. Jiren said. That's funny, because at one point in time you believed in that kind of strength. Naruto said. I've always believed in strength and strength alone. Bonds make you weak. Weakness deserves to be erased. Jiren. Jiren rushed in at Naruto and then seemingly flew back through boulders. He got back up and charged in with pure anger and then suddenly stopped mid-air, then flew back again. Belmod was looking on in wonder and was slightly afraid. What's going on? Belmod thought. What a pity. 4 kicks, 2 punches, and a headbutt, yet you failed to see them coming. Naruto said. Impossible. Jiren said. Fine, I'll slow it down for you next time. Naruto said. Jiren charged in again, and this time, Naruto did slow it down for him, and the only thing people saw was his leg move on the last kick. Jiren flew away and seemed to be out for the count as of right now. Naruto raised an eyebrow at this and just sighed. I didn't even hit him that hard. So, are you going to just stand there and piss your pants? Or are you going to fight? Naruto asked as he looked at Belmod. Please, I have more than enough strength to take you on. Belmod said. Belmod flew in at Naruto and shot an energy blast at him that connected and flew into the smoke. The smoke was cleared out and Belmod had his fist in Naruto's face, and yet he didn't even move. Naruto grabbed him by the neck and slammed him into the ground. Belmod fired a quick Hakai blast at Naruto and flew away. Naruto crushed the blast in his hand and then seemingly disappeared from his spot. Stands. What the hell? Hey! Where did he go? Caulifla asked. I don't know, I can't see him, he's too fast for me to see. Kaba said. I can't ask Kale, she's still out. Hey, Lord Kampa, can you see him? Caulifla asked. No, I can't. Kampa said. He's an interesting mortal. Kampa, do you mind if I take him to become the next god for my universe? Liquor asked. Sure, you can have him. If you can beat him, that is. Kampa said. Hey angels, can you see him? Caulifla asked. Of course we can. We are all high-ranking angels, and Naruto's only considered a low-level angel in terms of speed and power. Vados said. If you want to find him, just look at Belmod and see for yourself. Whis said, not taking his eyes off of the fight. Fighting area. Belmod was flying around, and when he looked back, Naruto wasn't in sight. He flew around all of the rubble looking for him and never noticed Naruto was laying on his back. Where did he go? Belmod asked. You sure do let your guard down a lot for a god of destruction. Naruto said. Belmod turned around and didn't see Naruto. He turned back around and then was kicked from behind to the ground. Naruto appeared over him and stomped on his gut, making him cough up blood. Naruto ducked out of the way from a kick from Jiren, who recovered from being knocked out earlier. Belmod stood up and wiped his mouth and started attacking Naruto along with Jiren. Naruto was having little difficulty blocking or dodging their attacks. He grew bored and started to attack them instead, and his onslaught was so fast that it looked like one fist would hit both of them at the same time. Naruto kicked Belmod away and shot him with a majestic grenade, and Belmod went flying away severely damaged. Jiren saw this and powered up and flew at Naruto and started to throw punches and kicks that were blocked and countered with Naruto's own attacks. Naruto tricked Jiren by placing energy blasts in his face, stunning him for a moment and then punched him in the gut before kicking him away. "I hope that's not all you have to offer, Jiren," Naruto said. "Far from it," Jiren said. He powered up some more and appeared in front of Naruto and kicked him away. Belmod joined the assault and they began to pummel Naruto rather easily, and then Belmod powered up to half of his full strength. Jiren and Belmod would punch and kick Naruto at an odd rhythm, indicating that they've never fought together before and that they're fighting for themselves instead of together. Jiren blasted Naruto away and Belmod threw an energy sphere with enough energy to destroy a planet at Naruto, and it made contact, exploding on impact immediately. "I'd like to see him survive that," Belmod said. "Stands. Is he dead?" Kaba asked. "No, he's fine," Caulifla said. "How do you know?" Kaba asked. "Think about it. He hasn't even tried to defend himself against their attacks. He could have easily deflected that blast, yet it still hit him. He's toying with them right now," Caulifla said. "She's right. If Naruto wanted to, he could end this tournament right now. Unfortunately, that's not what he wants to do. He wants to humiliate Belmod and Jiren for nearly killing Kale." Vado said. "Is saiyan love really that strong?" Makarita asked. "Oh yeah, it is. When Lord Beerus first showed up, he slapped Bulma and then Vegeta went nuts. He was like a man on a mission and pummeled Lord Beerus, but lost in the end when Lord Beerus started to get bored of him," Goku said, and all of a sudden they felt an increase in power. "That's Naruto," Caulifla exclaimed. Fighting area. Belmod and Jiren were patiently waiting to see if Naruto would get up anytime soon and didn't care if he didn't. They knew the power in that blast wouldn't kill him, but it would really damage him. Belmod was about to speak up until they felt a massive increase in energy coming from where Naruto was. All of a sudden the rubble was blasted away and Naruto stood up with his aura flaring around him. If that's all the power a god of destruction and his mortal who is stronger than him can offer, then I'm truly disappointed. Allow me to show you what power really feels like," Naruto said. He raised his power some more, and although the increase was a lot, he was still considered a low-level angel in terms of power. The aura around him turned a bright red and changed into the shape of a giant ape's head. Naruto absorbed the aura into his body and then released it again, and it surrounded him like a usual Super Saiyan, but the static around him was a lot more fierce than a Super Saiyan 3. Naruto took a step and then disappeared, and the next thing everyone who couldn't see knew, Jiren and Belmod were sent flying back. Naruto was on them in an instant and beat them both down easily. He used his spirit control abilities and created a clone of himself and sent it to fight Jiren while he fought Belmod. Stands. He can clone? Piccolo asked. Yes. He's been trained in spirit control and is quite skilled in it, Vado said. What's spirit control? Kaba asked. It's an advanced key manipulation technique known primarily to the Yardrat race. Spirit control allows its user to achieve a multitude of potent abilities through their ki. These abilities achieved through spirit control are used by shifting, splitting, and growing the user's spirit. Achieving good spirit control allows the user to sense ki from a much greater distance and utilize their energy to attack much more efficiently, though at first this newfound ability to use their ki properly causes the power to be somewhat uncontrollable, and they have to essentially learn how to use their ki all over again. Whis said, Wow, so what abilities does this spirit control give you? Caulifla asked. As Goku demonstrated throughout his tenure in the tournament, instant transmission is one of them. Others include healing, cloning, gigantification, and forced spirit fission. Healing and forced spirit fission are both advanced and extremely advanced techniques. Vado said. So which techniques can Naruto use? Piccolo asked. I think he can use all of them. He's only shown me his ability to clone and become gigantic. Vado said. All of them? How long did he train in spirit control? Goku asked. I think about 3 years. It isn't much time, but he said the person who taught him was extremely brutal and tough. Vado said. Do you think I can do it? Caulifla asked. Not at the moment, no. Vado said. When will I be ready? Caulifla asked. When you are in perfect balance mentally and spiritually. Vado said. What does that mean? Are you calling me crazy? I am not crazy. Caulifla snapped and everyone just looked at her. Caulifla. Kaba said. What? Caulifla yelled, going Super Saiyan. Nothing. Kaba said. Hey, you hormonal child. Calm down. Vegeta said. You want to fight? Caulifla said and went Super Saiyan 2. Please, if Super Saiyan 2 is all you can do, you're not worth my time. The only reason you survived against Kakarot as long as you did is because he was completely drained and running on fumes. If you fought him at full strength, he would have easily wiped the floor with you even if you fused into Kefla. Your fusion wasn't even stronger than him at Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken X20. You were lucky he was drained and had to pace himself to recover his stamina. Vegeta said. Caulifla, calm down and let's watch the fight. Vado said and Caulifla huffed and powered down. Fighting area. Naruto was throwing Belmod around and kept up his assault. Belmod was able to get some space and powered up to his max. Naruto didn't even flinch and just kept beating his ass. It got so bad that Vados thought he was going overboard a little bit. Naruto picked Belmod up by his ankle and started to slam him into the ground repeatedly and finally smashed him through a boulder. At that same time, Naruto's clone had just finished beating Jiren and sent him flying into the area with Belmod and the original Naruto. You really disappointed me, Belmod. I expected more from a god of destruction. Naruto said and blasted him away through more boulders along with Jiren. You think you're so strong. I still have an ace up my sleeve. Belmod exclaimed. He put his hand on Jiren's shoulder and before Jiren could move, he was absorbed into Belmod, who let off an enormous amount of power that blasted Naruto back. The power was so much that the angels needed a stronger barrier to protect everyone from getting killed or blown away. What the hell is he doing? Naruto asked himself. Naruto looked to his right and saw the body of Gohan still passed out on the ground and used his energy to create a shield around him. Naruto looked over at the area where Belmod was standing and noticed he looked the same except he had Jiren's muscles and his power increased higher than what his was. What's the matter, mortal? Afraid of what a true god power really feels like? Belmod said. It's borrowed power. Naruto said. Belmod appeared in front of Naruto, punched him away, and then gave chase. He caught up to Naruto quickly and slammed him into the ground before hitting him with an energy blast. Naruto recovered quickly and then they both disappeared, fighting all over the arena, creative shockwaves and destroying the ring. They separated and Naruto was looking worse for wear while Belmod only had minor scratches on him. Belmod threw a Hakai blast at Naruto, who smacked it away and then received a punch in the gut from Belmod. What happened to all that strength you were bragging about earlier? Belmod asked. He choke-slammed Naruto into the ground and started to repeatedly punch him while he was on the ground. Naruto blasted him away and powered up and started to attack Belmod, who had no choice but to keep his guard up. Some of the attacks Naruto did were able to get through and did some damage to Belmod, who started to feel weird for some reason, but he brushed it off. He grabbed Naruto's fist in his hand and knees him in the gut. He grabbed his neck and punched him in the gut repeatedly before finally blasting him away towards the edge of the ring. Behold the strength of a true god. None of you stand a chance against me now, not even you, Beerus. If he was considered a low-level angel in terms of power, then the angels must not be much in terms of power. Hear me now, all angels are to do as I say and bow down to me. Kneel before your almighty God of Universe 11. Kneel and obey me like the good little servants you are. Belmod exclaimed with an evil laugh. Stands. You guys aren't really going to do that, are you? Caulifla asked. It is an order. Cuz said. No matter how ridiculous the order may be. Makarita said. An angel must always listen to the gods. Vados said. Or we face the wrath of the Omni King himself. Whis finished. That's bullshit. Naruto can kick his ass right. You don't need to do that. Caulifla said. With no one here to challenge him, we have no choice. Cuz said. I'm sorry, Caulifla, but Naruto's gone. I can't feel his energy anymore. Vados said sadly. He's fine. Kale said, waking up. Kale. You're all right. Caulifla said. Yes, I know. Naruto's fine, Vados. I can feel his energy and it's calm. He's just laying there for some reason. I don't know what he did, but he did something to Belmod during their fight. I can feel his energy inside of Belmod for some reason. Kale said. Why would he give Belmod power? Kaba asked. He didn't give it to him. I don't even think Belmod knows that it's in him. Kale said. So where is Naruto? Caulifla asked. He's about to get up now. Kale said with a smile. Fighting area. What is wrong with you stupid angels? I said kneel. Belmod yelled and released some of his power. Yo! Clown on steroids. Naruto called out. You're back for more. Belmod said and created a huge energy attack over his head. I hope you're ready, Belmod. Because I'm about to make you my bitch. Naruto said, gathering his energy for an attack. You simple-minded fool. It is the mortals and angels who will kneel before me. Belmod said. Majestic Destroyer Cannon. Naruto said as he fired his attack. Great Sphere of Destruction, smite thy wicked. Belmod yelled as he threw his attack. Both attacks clashed in the middle and the power they were both putting out was tremendous and the Grand Priest thought they would tear a hole in the dimension somehow. Every time Belmod added power, Naruto would match him and it would piss him off. You will never best me, you filthy mortal. Belmod yelled. You won't beat me even with that borrowed power. Naruto said. They both added more power to their attacks, and it caused the Grand Priests to create a powerful barrier around everyone, yet they were still feeling the power from the clashing attacks. Naruto yelled and put more power into his attack and pushed Belmod's attack back at him. Belmod, refusing to lose, put his max power into the attack and was slowly pushing Naruto's attack back at him. Naruto let out a yell and added more power to his own attack and increased the size of his attack, and both attacks were stuck in a stalemate. Stands. Holy crap. That's some power they have. Caulifla said. I don't think this is a normal tournament anymore. Kaba said. You can do it, Naruto. Show that filthy god which universe is the strongest. Kampa yelled. Aren't you in the least bit worried about the ramifications this power struggle could create? Makarita asked. Not in the slightest. Kampa said. Naruto's a strong person, but going up against the combined power of Jiren and Belmod is simply astonishing. The Grand Priest said. I agree, Father. Do you think anything bad will happen with this fight? Cuz asked. My best guess is if it continues any longer, they can tear a hole in the dimension and end up somewhere unknown. The Grand Priest said. That isn't good. Whis said. Hey Naruto, stop fucking around and end it. You can end up in a different dimension. Caulifla yelled. Fighting area. This isn't exactly easy, you know. Naruto yelled back. You idiotic fool. You still dare to defy a god. Belmod yelled. He added his maximum power to his attack and it started going towards Naruto, who was struggling to keep his attack up. He started to get pushed back towards the edge of the ring. Naruto looked out the corner of his eye and saw Vados and Kale looking at him with a worried expression on their faces. He let out a growl and spoke up. I'm not losing to a fake-ass god. No way. Full power. Naruto yelled. As he yelled, the same ferocious sound was edged into his voice and his attack at full power went straight through Belmod's and carried it back to him, and both of the attacks exploded when they came into contact with Belmod, who let out a nasty scream filled with nothing but agony and pain. Stands. All right, he did it. Caulifla yelled, jumping up and down. No, he didn't. Hit said. What do you mean? Caulifla asked. What he means is, if he got them, they should appear on the stands by now. Vegeta said. He didn't kill them, did he? Kale asked. No, it's impossible for Belmod to die like that. There's a certain way you need to kill a god of destruction if you aren't King Zeno. Makarita said. Yeah, I can still feel the combined energy of Jiren and Belmod. Vados said. I do too, and it feels as if it's growing, but it's growing at an unstable rate. Whis said. But how is that possible? Beerus asked. It was Naruto. The energy he placed inside of Belmod must have reacted badly to the explosion of energy from their combined attacks. Kale said. Fighting area. Naruto looked up and noticed Belmod was still floating there but was severely damaged. Naruto wasted no time and flew up to him and started to pummel him. Every punch and kick he threw had so much power behind it that you could feel the vibrations around the entire world of void. Naruto went for another kick, but Belmod grabbed his ankle. Naruto powered up, broke the hold and kicked Belmod down to the ring and lost track of him in the dust. Naruto let out a breath and landed on the ground. Now, where could he be? Naruto asked, looking around. Naruto. Belmod yelled. Huh? Naruto turned around. Belmod let out a ferocious yell and a huge amount of power came off of him as he powered up. Naruto and everyone noticed he was purple, and he had a purple aura around him that Naruto noticed was his destruction energy. He also noticed it was unstable and smirked that his plan worked. Grand Zeno. With your permission, I asked for the key to obtain ultimate power. I wish to become the ultimate god. I wish to invoke my rights as god of destruction and claim my seat at the table of deities. A cowering god that cannot defeat such a weak mortal can never prevail. Belmod yelled, raising his hand. Stands. He wants to do what? Beerus yelled. He can't be serious. Kampa said. What does that mean? Kale asked. It means Belmod is asking for permission to absorb the power from the remaining Supreme Kais. Vados said. That doesn't seem so bad. So what, he takes a little bit of power from them, big deal. Caulifla said. That is a very big deal. He's not asking for a bit of power, he's asking for all of it. Makarita said. What's so bad about that? Kaba asked. If Grand Zeno grants him permission, he's taking all the power from them, and since Kais aren't mortals, they've been using divine energy their entire life, so it's in its purest form. The power increase would put him high above what all the gods combined would be. He would still be underneath us angels, but if we had to fight him one-on-one, we would actually have to try. Cuz said. What's so bad about that? I'm not seeing the problem. Caulifla said. It's bad because taking that power kills the Supreme Kai, the energy it came from, and it also will kill the God of Destruction as well. The only way to bring them back is to defeat the god in question, or King Zeno takes the power away from him. Vados said. Why will it also kill the God of Destruction? Kale asked. Because the life of a god is connected to the life of a Supreme Kai. Kampa said. You're joking. Caulifla said. Sadly, he is not joking, Caulifla. Whis said as they all looked up to the Omni King for his answer to the request. My lords, what shall it be? Will Belmod be granted a seat at the table of deities? Or will he be denied? The Grand Priest asked. We, the Omni Kings, shall grant Belmod's request. He is welcome to have a seat at the table of deities. The Omni King said. There you have it. Belmod, you have permission to sit at the table. The Grand Priest said. What? Everyone yelled. Can't we do something? Krillin asked. You can't, unfortunately. The Elder Kai said as he disappeared, and soon all the Kai Suigon and Beerus and Kampa were fading away. Whis. Beerus said as he looked at him. I understand. It's been an honor serving you, Lord Beerus. Whis said, and Beerus disappeared. Vados. Kampa said. Yes, my lord? Vados asked. Make sure Naruto doesn't eat my sweets. He said with a smile. I'll be sure to tell him. Vados said, and Kampa disappeared. I hope Belmod knows he's about to get his ass kicked. Caulifla said. What do you mean? Don't you feel the power coming from him? Krillin asked. Yeah, I feel it, but anyone with eyes could see that Naruto and Kampa share a special bond. Belmod just essentially killed someone close to him. He's not going to let that go. Caulifla said. Fighting area. Yes, this is the power of a true god. Belmod said. He felt all of the power entering his body, and he never noticed Naruto's power rising as well. Belmod still looked the same, but he slimmed down a bit and wasn't as bulky. For some unknown reason his destruction energy was still unstable, and now due to him changing forms, his destruction energy was visible around his head and flowing like a flame. His eyes became purple as well, similar to what Toppo's looked like, and he also had the God of Destruction insignia on his stomach and chest. He then started to speak. Revere me. Praise me. Kneel before me. Do not grieve for your fallen gods and Kais. I have arrived at last. The Omni King has granted me this power, and I shall do right by it. Worship me. The beautiful. The strongest God of all time. The invincible. The almighty and divine. All hail, Belmod. He said as his voice changed into a combination of Jiren and Belmod. I'm not praising shit. Naruto said. He powered up and nearly matched the power Belmod was putting out. This time, Naruto's aura became a dark red and the static around him changed from blue to black. Up in the stands, everyone was surprised at the amount of power he was able to exert in his new form and braced themselves for the fight. I hope you're ready. After today, you will no longer be a god. Naruto said. Both of them seemingly vanished from their spot on the ground, and then shockwaves were all over the fighting area. The barrier the Grand Priest put up almost cracked when they got too close to it, but it held up. Naruto and Belmod were moving so fast that if you tried to focus on them for a split second you would miss them. Vados used her staff to show the fight at normal speed for all of the fighters in the stands just so they can see. Naruto ducked a punch from Belmod and blasted him in the stomach. Belmod quickly recovered and faster than Naruto could react, he appeared behind him and blasted him to the ground. The dust cleared and Naruto was nowhere to be seen, and suddenly Belmod was kicked out of the air and Naruto gave chase and had to dodge a barrage of Hakai energy blasts that Belmod shot at him. Naruto caught up to Belmod and then they vanished from sight again. They destroyed the timer in the ring for the tournament and now no one knew how much time was left. They didn't care though, as this fight was too interesting to care about anything else. Belmod powered up again and this time he took command of the fight. He started to pummel Naruto with his superior speed and strength and wound up doing major damage. Belmod continuously punched and kicked Naruto all over the fighting area and would throw in the occasional energy blast. He used Jiren's power fist against Naruto and sent him towards the ground and watched as he crashed through boulders. Belmod flew towards him and blasted him with a point-blank energy blast and jumped away. This is what happens when you challenge an almighty god. Who wants to be next? Is it you, Goku? How about you, Vegeta? I have a better solution. You loudmouth saiyan girl. You shot an energy blast at me earlier, it's time I returned the favor. Belmod said. He appeared in front of Caulifla with his hand extended and the Grand Priest had no choice but to lower the barrier since he somehow got through it. Any last words? Belmod asked with an evil look in his eyes. Yeah, fuck you. Caulifla said. Belmod blasted Caulifla and anything else around her would be destroyed as well. He waited for the smoke to clear and when it did no one was there. This shocked Belmod and everyone else who wasn't an angel as they saw what happened. Belmod looked around and saw Kale, Caulifla, Kaba and Hit floating in energy barriers. Vados fixed the seating area that was destroyed and then the barriers vanished and the four of them floated back down to their seats. Who did that? Who dares interfere with a god? Belmod asked. He turned around and was kicked in the back of his head. The force behind the kick was so powerful that it sent a shockwave that made everyone cover their faces. Belmod looked up and saw Naruto standing there in front of him extremely calm and his power level was skyrocketing. He looked to be in his Super Saiyan 4 transformation but his power felt weird. Vados figured out what he was doing rather quickly. Stands. I hope he knows what he's doing. Vados said. What do you mean? Caulifla asked. He's combining the power of Ultra Instinct with his Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Vados said. You're kidding. Vegeta said. I'm afraid she is not. He's exerting the same pressure and heat as he did before when he used Ultra Instinct earlier. The only thing is he still can't attack in it. Whis said. I don't know about that. Kale said. What makes you say that? Cuz asked, making everyone look at Kale who started to shrink from being put in the spot. Kale, relax. You can do it, no need to be nervous. Naruto said telepathically. But they're all staring at me. Kale responded. Then look at me and talk. That way you won't notice them staring at you. Naruto said and cut the link. Hello. Kale, are you there? Caulifla said, waving a hand in her face. Huh? Kale said. You zoned out on us. What were you thinking about? Caulifla asked. She was talking to Naruto. Vados said. Really? How? Her mouth didn't move and Naruto's not looking at us. Kaba said. I was talking to him telepathically. Anyway, what I meant earlier is that I think Naruto chooses not to attack with Ultra Instinct. Kale said, looking at Naruto. That's quite the assumption. Do you have any evidence to back it up? Whis asked, intrigued. Yes, I do. Have any of you noticed how easily and quickly he can activate it? It's like second nature to him. You can even feel his power level in perfect balance, and despite his power quickly rising, it's calm and steady. He's in perfect sync right now, and none of us even felt him activated until we looked at him and felt the heat and pressure he gives off. Kale said. She has a point. I felt him activated, but it was a split second between him activating it. You've trained quite the mortal, Vados. The Grand Priest said. Do you think it will be enough? Kaba asked. Maybe. He has to somehow defeat Belmod and separate the power of Jiren and the Supreme Kai's from him. I don't think he knows the spirit fission technique since it's an extremely advanced technique in spirit control, so he may have to make Belmod willingly give up the power. The Grand Priest said. Fighting area. Don't think just because you got an unlucky shot that it means I'm defeated. Belmod said and stood up. I never said it did. Naruto said from behind him. He grabbed Belmod by the back of his neck and smashed him face first into a boulder. He threw Belmod up in the air and he was right in front of him before anyone could blink. He started to punch and kick Belmod all around the world of void and actually tackled him through the wall and appeared out of the other side with a dark purple energy attack in his hand and blasted Belmod away. Belmod stood up and before he could react, he had a fist embedded in his stomach and coughed up some blood before getting kicked away. Naruto started walking forward and then vanished, appearing behind Belmod and kicked him in the spine. He grabbed both of his feet and started to slam him into the ground ruthlessly, and everyone could hear Belmod grunting in pain. Belmod powered up and broke the grin Naruto had and kicked him in the face. He was surprised when the kick missed because Naruto ducked and it was at point-blank range. Then Naruto grabbed his ankles and slammed him into the ground again and blasted him with a majestic grenade. Naruto powered up again and then his appearance changed. His hair was now candy apple red, his eyes were now golden, his fur turned into a dark cherry red color, and his aura was now a Spanish carmine color. He successfully combined the power of Ultra Instinct with Super Saiyan 4, and the power he was exerting was far stronger than Belmod. Stands. He did it! Kale exclaimed. I never thought I'd see the day a mortal would master Ultra Instinct. Let alone take its power to another level. Whis said. He is truly amazing. Cuz said. I know Belmod's the god from Universe 11, but I can't help but be satisfied that he'll lose. Makarita said. Hey Whis, how come we're not that strong? Goku asked. Well, you and Vegeta don't have the incredible limits he does. You two had to break multiple barriers on your power to get to the next level, and it seems as if he's reached such a limit yet. Whis said. So that just means we have to train harder. My first person to surpass is your son who's playing possum right now. Vegeta said. He's not playing possum. Goku said. Yes he is, and Naruto noticed him as well, but hasn't said anything. Vegeta said. Why wouldn't he say anything? Krillin asked. Hey Baldy, have you not noticed the rampaging god of destruction? There's bigger things to handle right now. He'll just deal with him later. Caulifla said. Would it kill for her to call me by my name? Krillin mumbled. Fighting area. Big deal, Ultra Instinct means nothing compared to me. Belmod said. He rushed in at Naruto, who easily dodged every attack Belmod threw at him. Each time he dodged, he quickly hit Belmod 5 times. Belmod grew tired of the games and just rapidly started throwing random punches and kicks at Naruto that were all dodged and countered with ease. The onslaught continued, and then Naruto grew tired of the games. He punched Belmod straight in the nose and broke it, grabbed the back of his head and kneed him twice in the face before punching him in the gut and kicking him away. This is impossible. I have my spot at the table, Belmod said. He powered up and his destruction energy went haywire and started shooting off of him like laser beams. He focused the beams to attack Naruto as best as he could, and Naruto dodged all of them while building up energy in his fist. The closer Naruto got to Belmod, the quicker he had to dodge the destruction lasers. Belmod gathered every single ounce of destruction energy he could and created a large sphere in front of him. To hell with this tournament. The only thing that matters is your death. Begone with the rest of your fallen comrades. I hope you see your parents in hell. Hakai. Belmod yelled. He fired the huge sphere of destruction energy at Naruto, who didn't even seem fazed. Naruto ran straight at the destruction energy and went inside of it. Everyone in the stands, including the angels, were shocked that he actually went inside of the destruction energy, because that was enough to destroy 2 or 3 planets at once. Belmod was grinning like a fool since he figured Naruto basically committed suicide. Everyone looked uninterested as the Hakai sphere started to smoke, then began to shrink. They noticed the sphere started to lose the purple color and was turning more into a rainbow-like color before it all was absorbed into Naruto. Once the energy was completely absorbed, it came back even stronger around Naruto's fist in the shape of a giant ape. Naruto rushed in even faster, and although he was quite himself, his attack gave off the roar of an angered ape, and Belmod was scared. "Take this, you son of a bitch!" Ozaru's fist. Naruto yelled. He punched Belmod in the stomach so hard that the colors and sparkles came out of Belmod's back, and he coughed up a ton of blood and had a hole in his stomach the size of Naruto's fist. What shocked everyone else was that Jiren's body was now laying on the ground behind Belmod, and he was unconscious. Kappa, Beerus, and the other Supreme Kais all returned to existence and were wondering how they got back. Belmod was gasping for air and noticed he was back to normal. What did you do to me?" he asked. "Forced spirit fission. It's a technique that allows me to separate and manipulate energy from my target. It grants me the ability to do things such as undo fusion or absorption techniques and free trapped souls. Coincidentally, it indirectly revives the dead, as you can see, since the other gods and Kais were brought back," Naruto said, and kicked him over to Jiren's body. I'm supposed to be at the table of deities," Belmod said. "No, you're supposed to be at the table reserved for gods. Just because you have access to certain power doesn't mean you should use it. Especially when you fail to notice how unstable you were," Naruto said. "What do you mean unstable?" Belmod asked. "During our first little scuffle, I planted some of my energy inside of you. After the explosion from our 2 attacks, it reacted badly and it was too strong to be destroyed by your destruction energy, so it set everything haywire. You absorbing all of that divine energy didn't help at all. You've lost this fight the moment you attacked Kale. You never stood a chance. Look at you, a good kneeling before a mortal. It's fitting that this is how you end. Any last words?" Naruto asked and prepared a blast. "Yeah, I will have my revenge," Belmod said. "I don't care," Naruto said, and blasted Belmod and Jiren out of the ring. Stands. Jiren, from Universe 11, has been eliminated. Therefore, Universe 11 shall be terminated, the Grand Priest said. "Bye," the Omni King said, and erased them. "Well, that was one hell of a fight," Caulifla said. "It sure was. Naruto really came through in the end," Fuwa said. "I guess it's a good thing that we trained him," Kappa said. "I guess it is. It's nice to have you back, Lord Kappa," Vado said with a smile. "Lord Beerus, I assume you must be happy to be alive?" Whis asked. "I'll be happy once this tournament is over," Beerus said. "We don't even know how much time is left," Goku said. "Yeah, that last fight destroyed the clock," Vegeta said. "Grand Minister, how much time is remaining?" Cuz asked. I'll say about 2 minutes," he said, and everyone knew it was complete guess. "Naruto, get your ass in gear, we've got 2 minutes," Kappa yelled. "Hey, what's wrong with him?" Caulifla asked. They saw Naruto collapse to the ground and his power level decreased drastically as he returned to normal and was dry heaving. He was in extreme pain and the angels all knew why. He's combined the power of Ultra Instinct with Super Saiyan 4 after just mastering it. Whis said. Ultra Instinct itself puts a tremendous amount of strain on the body. Combine that with the power of Super Saiyan 4 and it's basically a double-edged sword. Naruto knew the risks, but it needed to be done. Now the question is, does he have anything left in the tank to finish off Gohan and win the tournament? Vados said. Well, can he at least get rid of the damn shirt? It's hanging on by a thread. Caulifla said. Fighting area. All right, one left. Naruto said. Seems you're out of strength. I've been in this situation before and I'm not letting you gather your breath and recover stamina. Gohan said he powered up to his mystic form since he couldn't gather enough energy to go to his new form. Nah, I'm fine, I just needed a small break. Naruto said. He stood up and ripped the remains of his shirt and started to power up. His aura was gold, but his hair turned red. He continued to power up more and his aura and hair color changed a lot of different colors. One thing in particular got the angels and gods interested as he was powering up and his hair turned white for a brief second before going back to the color red. Naruto let out a final yell and his aura and hair color turned blue. He let out a breath and looked at Gohan, who was shocked that Naruto had that much power left. His Super Saiyan blue form was still stronger than him, but only slightly, and Gohan knew it was only because of him being exhausted. I hope this is enough power to keep you entertained. Naruto asked. Stands. Whoa, I knew you said he could do it, but actually seeing him as a Super Saiyan blue is completely different. Caulifla said. Yeah, I know. Too bad we can't feel divine energy yet. Who's stronger between them? Kaba asked. Naruto is. Kale said. How do you know? We were never trained in sensing divine energy. Kaba said. Did you not pay attention when Vegeta told us about the Saiyan bonds when they're soulmates? I can only feel his energy though, and no one else's. He's not that much stronger, but it's only because he's exhausted from fighting Jiren, Belmod, then Belmod after he absorbed Jiren, and then Belmod after he absorbed all of the power from the Supreme Kais. Kale said. Wow, Kale, you must really be in love with Naruto. Caulifla said. Yeah, I am. The sooner you admit your feelings, you'll stop taking sneak glances at Kaba when nobody's looking. Kale said with a smirk. I do not. Caulifla said with a blush on her face. Is that a blush I see on your face, Caulifla? Kale asked teasingly. Leave me alone. Caulifla said through gritted teeth. Fighting area. Nature and Gohan vanished from where they were standing and shockwaves were seen and heard all over the world of Void. They were both taking damage as each one was putting their all into their punches and kicks. Every time Gohan would hit Naruto, he would respond with an even harder attack. I honestly didn't think you would have this much power left after that fight. Gohan said, throwing punches. You should have paid closer attention to the fight I had. I was never recklessly using power. I was pacing myself. I knew you were watching while recovering your strength, good plan, but it's not so easy to prepare for me. Naruto said and kicked Gohan away. Gohan landed on the ground and Naruto landed on the boulder in front of him. They both heard the Grand Priest yell out 30 seconds remaining and smirked. One last move. Naruto said and jumped back. Yeah, one last move. Gohan said as he jumped back as well. Gohan prepared his Kamehameha while Naruto created a small red orb in his hand the size of a marble. Stands. Why is his attack so small? Kaba asked. That's just how it starts off. Kappa said. What do you mean? Caulifla asked. Well, this is another of his ultimate moves. It starts off really small, but even though you can't feel it, it has a ton of power in it. He used this against me during one of our training sessions. This is his strongest attack, but right now it's not nearly close to its full power. Vado said. How strong do you think this attack is right now? Kale asked. I'd say about 10% compared to the one he used against me. Vado said. How strong is that Kamehameha? Kaba asked. It's at full power. Gohan isn't taking any chances right now with Naruto, so he's putting everything into this attack. Goku said. From the power I'm feeling, Gohan's Kamehameha is just as strong as Naruto's attack. The amount of power he has is almost frightening. Vegeta said. So they're in a stalemate? Krillin asked. Yes. This final collision will come down to who wants it more. Whis said. I'm impressed that you've managed to produce such a strong warrior from your universe, Kampa. Beerus said. Strong is an understatement. I thought he'd only be strong enough to challenge you, not actually be able to beat you. It's a shame he refused the position when I offered it to him. Kampa said. You offered him the title of God of Destruction? Beerus asked. Yeah, but he said he wouldn't do it because simply killing a species just because they are weak is stupid. He also said he wants a family and being a god would limit the time he spent with them. He also said that if King Zeno tried to punish him as a god, he'd rip his football-sized head off and shove it up his ass. Kampa said. He does know that King Zeno can kill him, right? Whis asked. Yeah, but knowing him he'd find a way to come back to life and try again. I'm surprised he lets him get away with the stuff he says to him. Kampa said. It's because unlike you gods and angels, he doesn't fear him and the Omni King respects that. Vegeta said. Whatever. Let's watch the end of this fight. Caulifla said. Fighting area. Naruto and Gohan both launched their attacks and they met in a collision. Gohan was momentarily shocked when Naruto's attack increased to the size of Goku's spirit bomb, but he recovered and remained focused on the task at hand. The power they were both putting into their attacks was strong enough to create winds that blew away a lot of rubble around them. Gohan was starting to lose ground and slid towards the edge of the ring, but he planted his foot and added more power. Naruto felt the power increase from Gohan and used his power from Super Saiyan Blue and added it to his attack. Gohan did this same strategy and both of them were currently in Super Saiyan 2 forms. The idea they both had was they would decrease the transformation and use the power to increase their attacks instead. They both eventually used all of their power and were now in their base forms while their attacks were huge. Gohan and Naruto were stuck in a stalemate and were waiting for the right moment to strike. They couldn't really hear anything over the loud winds and rubble being destroyed, but they briefly heard the Grand Priest yell out 10 seconds remained, followed by the loud cheers and yells from their respective universes. As the struggle continued, they both found their moment to strike and flew at one another with their fists pulled back. Gohan let out a yell, as did Naruto, as they got closer to each other, and then the next thing everyone knew, a large explosion went off and a black smoke cloud surrounded the area. Stands. What happened? Caulifla asked. I can't see a thing. Kaba exclaimed. We have to wait until the smoke clears. Kampa said. That was quite the battle despite it being a rather quick one. Makarita said. I wonder who won. Cuz said. Whoa. That's some power they put out in the final clash. Krillin said. I know. To think Gohan was hiding this much strength from us. I know he's not on Naruto's level, but he's the strongest in our universe again. Well, not counting Lord Beerus. Piccolo said. Do you think he'll slack off again? Krillin asked. I doubt it. He just came close to losing his family forever. I'm sure this tournament will make him want to stay in shape. Piccolo said. Lord Beerus, you're awfully quiet now. Is there something on your mind? Whis asked. No, I'm curious to see who the winner is. Beerus said. I'm guessing the same could be said for you, Lord Kampa? Vados asked and Kampa just nodded. Win or lose, Naruto's certainly come a long way from when we were kids. Kale said. What does that mean? Goku asked. When he was born, his power level was the weakest in Saiyan history, and nobody ever thought that he would become anything more than a low-class warrior. Kale said. What was his power level? Krillin asked. His power level was only 25. Kale said. What? You're kidding. Vegeta said. Yeah, that's weaker than a regular civilian where we come from. Krillin said. She's telling the truth. When I met him, his power level was only 50, and then it just grew at an incredible rate the more we jokingly trained as kids. Caulifla said. To think he hasn't even reached his limits yet. Makarita said. I know, he's definitely going to reach our level before he dies. Cuz said. Hey, where's the Grand Minister? Kampa asked, and everyone looked up and noticed he was missing. Fighting area. After the explosion and smoke cloud appeared, Gohan and Naruto felt their attacks connect and both wondered if the other was eliminated. The smoke finally cleared and everyone saw the Grand Priest standing between them with his finger on Gohan's fist and his hand clenched around Naruto's fist. If you looked closely, you could see that the force behind Naruto's punch must have moved the Grand Priest because Gohan's feet made a mark in the ground showing he slid back. That's quite the punch you have, Naruto. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tournament of Power has reached its awarded time limit. The tournament is over and we have no clear winner. The Grand Priest announced. Then what should we do? Kampa asked. That will be up to the Omni Kings to decide. The Grand Priest said. Everyone looked up at the Omni Kings and waited for their answer. They just stared at each other for what seemed to be an eternity. Naruto started to get annoyed at this and was about to yell at them until a piece of tape appeared over his mouth and everything came out muffled. He just huffed and sat down pouting. What was that? Caulifla asked. Nothing, just me getting payback for him making me angry. Vados said with a smirk. I thought you were supposed to be the mature one out of us angels. Makarita said. I am. I can have fun a little bit. Vados said, and all the angels just laughed at her. The last time we asked you to relax and have fun with us, you blew us off opting to look over reports from your universe. Cuz said. Yeah, we didn't see you for another couple of years after that. Makarita said. Everyone, the Omni Kings have made their decision. The Grand Priest said. Well, after talking between us, we decided that after such an amazing fight, a truly, truly amazing fight, they shall both receive the Super Dragon Balls. They get to come up with a wish together. The Omni King said, and Naruto was able to speak again. You can decide on the wish. I already have everything I need in life. Naruto said. Are you sure? Gohan asked. Yeah, I didn't actually have a wish coming into this tournament. I just came because of you idiot father putting my universe at risk. He's such a dumbass. Naruto said. See, Kakarot, even someone else from another universe thinks you're a dumbass, you dumbass. Vegeta said. Naruto, what did you just call him? Vados asked sweetly, and Naruto paled as everyone stepped away from him. I called him a lovely old man. Naruto said. Why are you lying to me? I do believe I told you not to swear. Now you've been swearing a lot throughout the tournament, and since it's over I can give you your punishment. Vados said with a sweet smile. I'm sorry. Besides, you wouldn't hit an injured man, would you? Naruto asked, putting on a teary-eyed look, and Vados used her powers to heal him. There, now you're healed. Vados said. Kappa, come on, you've got to help me out. Naruto said. Sorry, I don't think you've earned my help. Kappa said, turning away with a smirk. What? That's bullshit. I just saved your fucking ass. Naruto yelled and paled even more. You just never learn. Vados said, and Naruto flew away. Get back here. Vados said as she flew after him. No. You're gonna beat me. Naruto yelled. Take it like a man. Vados yelled back, chasing him. Should we help him? Kale asked. Nah, he's fine. Kappa said. Ow. Naruto yelled as Vados hit him with her staff, making his fly in a different direction. See, he's totally fine. Kappa said, ignoring Naruto's cries of help. To think all it took was a mortal getting attached to her to make her come out of her comfort zone. Makarita said as she watched Vados continuously catch Naruto every time he flew away and beat him with her staff. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him. I've been hit by her staff and that thing hurts. Whis said. Come on, isn't anyone gonna help me? Naruto yelled as he flew past them. No one help him or you're next. Vados yelled, flying after him, and everyone nodded. So Gohan, have you thought of your wish? The Grand Priest asked. The Super Dragon Balls appeared, and everyone who never saw them were amazed by their size. Unfortunately, they appeared right in front of Naruto as he was flying away from Vados, and he flew right into the 7-star ball. Vados caught him again and started to beat him some more. I have thought of my wish. Gohan said, and privately told the Grand Priest the wish. It shall be done. The Grand Priest replied. He moved out of the way because Naruto came falling down to the ground and left a Naruto-sized hole in the ground. Everyone looked at him, and he had a few broken bones, some bruises, cuts, and one of his eyes was swollen. Naruto lifted his head to say something but just passed out. The Grand Priest summoned the dragon and spoke in a tone only known to the deities. The dragon's eyes glowed brightly for a few seconds before the dragon disappeared along with the Super Dragon Balls. What did he wish for? Krillin asked. He wished for the other universes and everyone who died during the tournament to be brought back. The Grand Priest said. Why? Caulifla asked. Because I'm not a selfish person, and like Naruto, I already have everything I need in life. Gohan said. That was the purpose of this tournament. The Omni Kings wanted to test each of your ways of thinking. He wanted to see if any of you would be selfish and use the wish on yourself or use it on others, and Gohan has passed the test. The Grand Priest said. What would have happened if a selfish wish was made? Krillin asked. He would have simply destroyed all of your universes. Now we must be leaving. It was an honor to meet you all, and Beerus, Kappa, please do a better job at managing your universes. The Grand Priest said, and left with the Omni Kings, and everyone else left as well. Kappa's planet. You know, I should really thank him for saving my life back there. Kappa said. That's quite the change, Lord Kappa. You've never wanted to thank anyone before. Vados said, as she watched Naruto joke around with Kale. True, but he saved me from death. It's better than what everyone else has done for me. Kappa said. So what will you do for him? He said he already has everything he needs in life. What is it that you could possibly do for him? Vados asked. I have an idea. I'll need a bit of help, but I'm sure he'll love it. Kappa said and walked away, leaving Vados confused. Chapter 12, Journey to Universe 7. I do not own Dragon Ball Z or any of its characters. 6 months have passed since the Tournament of Power has ended and things were still relatively the same. Naruto was forced to take a break from training by Vados after she discovered his body was not healing properly after he combined the power of Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan 4. He decided to help Kale with her powers along with trying to teach her Super Saiyan 3. Caulifla, on the other hand, decided that if Naruto was going to train Kale, then she'd train on her own. The problem was that she didn't know where to start. Kale tried to get Caulifla to train with her and talk to Naruto, who was willing to do it, but she refused every single time. Right now, Naruto was overlooking Kale trying to continuously control her Super Saiyan 2 powers. She managed to do it on a whim in the tournament and hasn't been able to do it since. Naruto had to knock her out a couple of times, and she wasn't happy about it, but understood. Remember, Kale. The power should not be able to control you. Naruto said. I know. Kale said as she was trying to reach her Super Saiyan 2 power again. How's it going? Vados asked as she appeared next to Naruto. She's close. She just needs one more push. After that she'll be ready for Super Saiyan 3 training. Naruto said. I see. Any progress on getting Caulifla to join? Vados asked. Nope. She's still being stubborn. She can barely control herself in Super Saiyan 2 and she thinks that she can just skip to Super Saiyan 3. She'll explode from the amount of power that is needed to transform. Naruto said. I see. Why not have Kale try to stay in Super Saiyan like you did? Vados asked. She's past that stage now. I know a way to make her transform, but I'm sidelined right now. Anyway, what are you doing here? I thought you were off with cousin Makarita. Naruto asked. I was, but Whis showed up. Vados said. What did he want? Naruto asked. We've been invited to Universe 7. Vados said. So basically Goku kept pestering him to fight me. Naruto said. Yes. Will you go? Vados asked. Sure. I'll let Kale know. I'm sure she's going to tell Caulifla and she'll tell Kaba. Naruto said. Great. We leave in a few hours. Make sure to tell her. Vados said and left. Kale. That's enough. Naruto said and Kale powered down. Why? Kale asked, breathing heavily. We're going to Universe 7. Naruto said. Really? Why? Kale asked. Goku. Naruto said. He's trying to fight you again? Kale asked. Yup. We need to tell Caulifla to see if she wants to come. Naruto said. I think you should do it. Kale said. Why me? Naruto asked. It might be what the two of you need. Just do it. For me. Kale said. Fine. I'll be back. Naruto said and focused on Caulifla's power and his eyes widened. What? What's wrong? Kale asked. She's trying to transform and she's turning her energy into a bomb. Naruto said and vanished. Sadala. Naruto arrived where Caulifla was training and saw what she was doing. Her aura was turning into flames around her and she would soon blow up. Naruto quickly appeared behind her and chopped her on the neck, knocking her out. She started to fall out of the air, but Naruto caught her and landed safely on the ground. A few hours later she woke up and didn't notice him around. Ow. My body feels like it's ready to explode. Caulifla said as she failed to sit up. That's because you nearly killed yourself. Naruto said and her eyes went wide. You! Caulifla yelled and tried to attack him, but her body was too stiff to move. Relax. I'm here for 2 reasons. Naruto said. What would that be? Caulifla asked. We need to talk and we're going to Universe 7. Naruto said. I'll go to Universe 7, but I have nothing to say to you. You betrayed me. Caulifla said. How did I betray you? Naruto asked. You just did. Caulifla said. How? Naruto asked. Because you left. Then you had the nerve to call me stupid. Caulifla said. No. I called the idea of dragging Kale into criminal activity stupid. Look at what happened to her. Do you even care? Naruto asked. Of course I care. She's like a sister to me. Caulifla said. As for me leaving, it wasn't like I wanted to leave. I had no choice. After our argument, I wanted to call and apologize, but I was too angry to do it. You held on to a grudge for over 10 years and refused to let it go. Naruto said. Why didn't you come back after your trial? Caulifla asked. I was training with Vados and Kampa. I trained under them since I was 17. I wasn't allowed to leave the planet until they figured I had enough training. I did come back once to gather fighters for the Tournament of Power, though. I saw everything that happened between you, Kaba and Kale, when he tried to teach you how to transform. Naruto said. Why didn't you come speak to us? Were you afraid of my awesome power? Caulifla asked. Hardly. I was there illegally, and if you would have seen me, we would have fought. I couldn't risk it. I would like to be friends with you again, and I'm sure Kale would like that as well. Naruto said. I don't know. How would we even go about being friends? Caulifla asked. We can always prank Kampa. It's what I like to do, and sometimes Vados joins in on the fun. Naruto said. Deal. Ouch. Caulifla said. I'll heal you. Naruto said and used his powers to heal her. Why didn't you heal me sooner? Caulifla asked. Because Kale would have been mad at me if we didn't talk. Naruto said. So are you two officially together? Caulifla asked as she stood up. Yeah. Naruto said. So you two have slept together already? Caulifla asked. A couple times, yeah. First time was when we met for the tournament. Naruto said. That's what took so long. We had to wait hours for you. Caulifla yelled. Hey, she's the one who wanted it. Naruto said. Wow. Caulifla said. I'm sure you've already done it. Naruto said, and Caulifla mumbled something. What was that? I couldn't hear you. Naruto said, and Caulifla mumbled again. I still can't hear you. Naruto said. I said I haven't done it yet. Caulifla yelled. Seriously? Naruto asked. Yeah. I just never got to doing it. Caulifla said. Well, I'm sure Kaba hasn't either. Naruto said with a smirk. Shut up. I do not like him. He may be cute, strong, polite, and a nice person, but I don't like him. Caulifla said with a smile and faraway look on her face. I never said you like him. Naruto said with a smirk, and her eyes widened. You tricked me. Caulifla yelled. I did no such thing. It's nice to know that you do have feelings for him. I've seen the blush you had on your face when they would mention him to you during the tournament. Naruto said. Shut up. Caulifla said. Fine. Now, there's something else you need to know. Naruto said. What's that? Caulifla asked. You almost blew yourself up. Naruto said bluntly. I did? How? Caulifla asked. You were turning your energy into a bomb like Vegeta did during the tournament. The only difference is you would have died. What were you doing? Naruto asked. I was trying to become a Super Saiyan 3. Caulifla said. You need to master Super Saiyan 2 first before you even try Super Saiyan 3. Naruto said. I know you've been training Kale. Has she become a Super Saiyan 3? Caulifla asked. No, but she's close. You would be a Super Saiyan 3 by now if you weren't so stubborn. If you'd like, I can train you with Kale. Her control over Super Saiyan 2 is at the same level as yours now. Naruto said, and she sighed. Fine. I'll let you train me. What about your training? Have you gotten stronger? Caulifla asked. No. I've been sidelined by Vados. After the Tournament of Power, my body wasn't healing how it should have. I'm waiting for her to say I'm clear to start training again. Naruto said. Then I guess I'm stronger than you now. I mean, I've grown a lot in these last 6 months. Caulifla said proudly. You're not even capable of beating me in my base form. Naruto said bluntly. You didn't have to put it like that. Caulifla mumbled. So, are you ready to leave? Naruto asked. I need to tell Kaba. I mean, we need to tell Kaba. Caulifla said. He already knows. Naruto said, looking behind her, and she turned around. How long have you been there? Caulifla asked with a small blush. I hope he didn't hear what I said about him. Caulifla thought. I've been here for a while now. Kaba said, scratching his cheek. Oh. Caulifla said. This is ridiculous. Are you in or not? Naruto asked. He's in. Caulifla said. He is? Naruto asked. I mean. That's if he's not busy or anything. Caulifla said. This is really embarrassing. I'm telling Kale as soon as we get back. Naruto thought. Yeah. I'm in. Kaba said. Great. Let's go. Naruto said and grabbed both of them and left via instant transmission. Kampa's planet. They've been gone for quite some time. Do you think they started fighting? Kale asked Vados. No. I think they'll be just fine. Vados said. Why aren't you letting him train? Kale asked. Because he trains 24/7. He needs a break. The amount of strength he has now is more than enough. Vados said. You're hiding something, aren't you? Kale asked and Vados sighed. It's his heart. During the Tournament of Power, when he combined Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan 4, his body did suffer some harm, but his heart is still damaged. I'm doing this for his own good. Vados said. Will he die? Kale asked, extremely worried. If he can just relax for a few more weeks and after I check on him again and his heart is back to normal, then he'll be able to train again. Vados said and Kale let out a sigh of relief. That's good. Kale said. Vados. Kampa said. Yes, Lord Kampa? Vados asked. Where's Naruto? I'm hungry. Kampa whined. He's not back yet. Go eat your secret stash. Vados said. I already did. Kampa said, and then Naruto appeared with Caulifla and Kaba. You could have waited for me to get ready. Caulifla said. Me? You survived. Naruto said. Naruto. Finally you're back. I need a favor. Kampa said. I'm not cooking for you. Naruto said. Why not? Kampa asked, stomping his foot like a child. Because I'm not allowed to do anything that's stressful on my body. You like to eat the most difficult foods, and even if I wasn't put on restrictions, I still wouldn't cook. Naruto said. Is everyone ready to leave? Vados asked. Yeah. We're ready. Naruto said. Everyone in the cube. Hopefully they have food there. Kappa said as they got in the cube and left. Universe 7. Will you sit down, Kakarot? You're being even more annoying than usual. Vegeta said. I can't help it. He's finally coming. I can't wait to fight him again. Goku said. Do you think it is wise to challenge him? Surely he's gotten stronger in the past 6 months, and even before then the only person from our universe close to him was Gohan. Whis said. I just need to see where I measure up against him. Goku said. If you can't beat me, then you can't beat him. You've yet to force me to use a significant amount of my own power. You don't stand a chance against him. Beerus said. I've been wondering about that. Who eliminated you in the tournament? Bulma asked. Yeah. Whoever it is must have years of skills in order to beat you. Chi-Chi said. His name's Naruto. He's about the same age as Gohan, or maybe a year younger. Vegeta said. What? Now way. Bulma said. It's true. He's even stronger than Lord Beerus. Goku said. What? Bulma and Chi-Chi asked at the same time. It's true. He's strong enough to be considered an angel. Albeit a lower-tier angel, but an angel nonetheless. Whis said. Wow. Is he the reason Gohan has been training so hard lately? Bulma asked. Yeah. He made Gohan realize that there is nothing wrong with fighting and training. Goku said. Well, it's wrong. He has a family to provide for. Chi-Chi said. I can still provide Mom. Me training more hasn't harmed my income or slowed me down in work. I just want to be strong enough so another situation doesn't happen where I need to rely on Dad and Vegeta to save the day. Gohan said, and then Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan all snapped their head to the sky. What is it? Bulma asked. It can't be. Gohan said. How's he back? Goku said. He's supposed to be in hell right now. Vegeta said. Who is it? Chi-Chi asked. Well, hello there, Gohan. It's so nice to see you again. A voice said. Cell. Gohan said. In the flesh. It feels good to have my actual body back. Cell said. How are you alive? Vegeta asked. My good friend Frieza. I don't know how he did it, but somehow I'm alive. Cell said, and then he was hit by a giant cube. Seriously, Kappa. You suck at driving this thing. You just hit a bug. Naruto said as he left the cube. That bug was in my way. Kappa said. Hey. Naruto. How's it going? Ready to fight? Goku asked. Kakarot. We have more important issues to deal with. Vegeta said. Did we come at a bad time? Vados asked. No. The overgrown bug came at a bad time. Vegeta said and pointed at Cell. Ugh. What is that thing? Caulifla asked. It looks like an experiment gone wrong. Cabba muttered and Caulifla giggled. I am known as Cell. I see we have more Saiyans around. However, it seems Gohan hasn't grown at all in the past decade that I've been dead. Cell said. Yo! Bug face. Caulifla said. Cell asked. Can you do this shit another time? I'm here on vacation and I don't want to squash some overgrown bug. Caulifla said. You? Squash me? Do not make me laugh, child. Cell said. Child. Caulifla said. What do you want, Cell? Gohan asked. It's simple really. I just wish to kill you and destroy the earth. Cell said. Then let's fight now. Gohan said. Oh no. We'll fight again, but on my own terms. I'll see you then. Cell said and flew away. Lord Beerus, aren't you going to destroy him? Whis asked. Why should I? Beerus asked. He's going to destroy the earth if he beats Gohan. Whis said. So? I'll just go to Universe 6 and get food from their planet Earth. Beerus said. I don't think you'll be able to do that as easy as it sounds. Vados said. Why? Beerus asked. Because Naruto knows about your temper and Earth is his home. If you destroy the smallest thing on there, he'd make you wish you were dead. Kappa said, and then there was a thud. Naruto. Kale yelled, and everyone saw Naruto on the ground holding his chest in pain. What happened? Caulifla asked. I don't know. He was just standing there and then collapsed. Kale said. Vegeta. Get him to the medic bay. I might know what's wrong with him. Bulma said, and Vegeta, not wanting to argue with Bulma, picked up Naruto and took him to the medic bay. What do you think is wrong with him? Cabba asked as they followed Bulma to the medic area. He probably has a heart virus. Goku had the same thing a decade ago. It's extremely rare, so if anybody never had it in your universe, then I doubt you have the cure for it. Has he done any strenuous activity? Bulma asked. No. Vados sidelined him since she said all the power he used during the tournament messed up his body. Everything healed perfectly fine except for his heart. Kale said. That was 6 months ago. Has this ever happened before? Bulma asked. No. He's been normal. I've been keeping a close eye on him every day. Vados said. Are you sure he hasn't been doing anything that would make his heart beat faster? Bulma asked. Does sex count? Caulifla asked. Sure. Bulma said. Then lots of sex. Caulifla said. You two might want to tone it down. He probably could have died. Bulma said. Wait, what? Not me. Him and Kale. Caulifla said. The quiet one? No way. Bulma said. It's true. But I didn't know about the heart condition until a few hours ago. Kale said. Did he know about it? Bulma asked. No. I didn't have it in me to tell him that he could possibly be dying. Vados said. He won't die. I have the cure for this kind of heart virus. Bulma said. What exactly is this heart virus? Beerus asked. When one is infected with the heart virus, symptoms include severe malaise and fatigue. Turning into a Super Saiyan also hastens the virus' detrimental effects. As the infection progresses, the victim starts experiencing excruciating chest pains until eventually they succumb to the virus and die. The heart virus is very potent as it is able to overpower even a pure-blooded Saiyant's immune system and will eventually kill them, provided they do not receive heart medicine in time to cure them of it. After I give him the heart medicine, I would suggest Cabba, Kale, and Caulifla take it as well. We still don't know if it's contagious or not. Bulma said as she gave Naruto the cure. How long will it take to cure him? Vados asked. It shouldn't take any longer than 10 days. I just need to make sure he gets some of the medicine every 4 hours for it to work over the next 3 to 4 days. After that, the medicine will fight off the virus for the next 6 to 7 days. He'll be perfectly fine. It's a good thing you had him stop training. Bulma said. I figured it was the right thing to do since I didn't really know what was happening to him. Vados said. It was. If you wouldn't have sidelined him, he would have been dead by now. I'll keep watch and give him the medicine whenever he needs it. Bulma said. No, I'll do it. Kale said. That's very nice, sweetie, but you're not really qualified for this kind of thing. Bulma said. I don't care. I'm doing it. He'll need a sponge bath to stay clean, and I'm not letting some random female wash him up. Kale said. Bulma. Vegeta said. What? Bulma asked. Let her do it. They're soulmates. Even I wouldn't get between the two of them. Female Saiyans tend to gain a significant power boost when defending their mates. I can handle her, but I'd rather not. Vegeta said. Fine. Just make sure he gets this every 4 hours. Everything you need to clean him is across the hall. Bulma said, and everyone left except Caulifla. Let me know if you need anything, Kale. Caulifla said and gave her a hug. I will. Kale said. Outside. Mom. Who are these people? Trunks asked. Oh. These are the Universe 6 Saiyans. Cabba and Caulifla. Kale and Naruto are in the medical bay right now. Do not go in there. The other two are Kappa and Vados, the angel and god of destruction from Universe 6. Bulma said. Why are they here? Goten asked. I wanted to fight somebody strong. Naruto's the strongest person I know. I'll have to wait though. He has the same heart virus I once had. Goku said. The last time you wanted to fight somebody strong, you nearly got us all erased for good, you dumbass. You didn't even last that long in the tournament. Vegeta said. Ah, come on. If I had a bit of strength, I could have taken Naruto on. Goku whined. He kicked your ass twice in the tournament. Nobody was able to do any damage to him except Jiren and Belmod. Even then, he still beat them even after they fused together. Vegeta said. Sounds like you have quite the respect for Naruto. Whis said. He's a true Saiyan warrior. Only other Saiyan I respect is Gohan. Vegeta said. What about me? Goku asked. I don't respect dumbass. Vegeta said. What are we gonna do about Cell? Gohan asked. We train and wait. He doesn't know that you were suppressing your power level, so that's good. He's obviously after Gohan since he was the one to kill him the last time. Vegeta said. I wanted to fight him. Goku whined. How about you fight me then, monkey? A voice said. Frieza? Goku asked. In the flesh. I must thank you for giving me my life back. Oh? What's this? The monkeys from Universe 6 are here. Where's the other two? Frieza asked. Naruto's recovering in the medic bay. He has a heart virus. Cabba said. Cabba. You idiot. Caulifla said. Oops. Sorry. Cabba said, and Frieza sent a blast towards the medic area and destroyed it. That takes care of two. Now, Goku. Are you going to fight me or not? Frieza asked, and before anybody could speak, a huge power level was felt coming towards them. Who's that? Trunks asked, afraid. That would be a pissed off female Saiyan. Looks like you won't be fighting Kakarot. Vegeta said. What do you mean? Frieza asked. He was suddenly kicked away and was sent flying so far that nobody could sense where he was. Everyone looked at the culprit, and it was none other than Kale, who was in her Super Saiyan 2 form. Goku was about to speak up and say something stupid, but Vegeta quickly put his hand over his mouth to shut him up. Kale released the transformation and simply flew back to where Naruto was now being kept. What was that? Chi-Chi asked. That was a pissed-off female Saiyan. Kakarot here was about to say something stupid and get himself killed. Vegeta said. I was not. Goku said. Then what we're going to say? Vegeta asked. I was going to ask if she thought Naruto would want to have a fight after he's healed. Goku said. Wow. He is a dumbass. Caulifla said. I guess I need to rebuild my medical bay. The servers will be right out with the food, so make yourselves comfortable. Bulma said, walking away. Finally. Some food. Kappa said. Of course he would be the one to say something first. Caulifla said. I heard that. Kappa said. I'm not surprised. Those big-ass ears of yours can probably hear what's going on in Universe 6. Caulifla replied. I'm a god of destruction. Show me some respect. Kappa said. You're out of shape. I hardly doubt any other god respects you. Caulifla said. That's not true. Kappa said. Miss? Goten said. What is it, kid? Caulifla asked. If you're a saiyan, can you transform into a super saiyan? Goten asked. Yeah. I can go super saiyan too. Caulifla said. That's awesome. Goten said. Maybe me and Goten can fight you before you leave. Trunks said. I have a better idea. Me and Kale will take on the two of you as soon as Naruto is finished healing. Caulifla said. Sweet. Trunks said. Master Vegeta. Can you train me? Cabba asked. It depends. Have you grown stronger since the Tournament of Power? Vegeta asked. No. I'm still having trouble with Super Saiyan 2. In fact, all three of us are. Cabba said. Speak for yourself. I can handle Super Saiyan 2 just fine. Naruto will train me and Kale once he's better, and then I'll become a Super Saiyan 3. Caulifla said. Is it wise to train here? I mean, this is supposed to be a vacation after all. Vado said. You can train anywhere and anytime. You never know when your next opponent will come up. Goku said. Is training the only thing you do? Caulifla asked. What else is there to do? Goku asked. Dumbass. Vegeta said. Quite the scion you have, Whis. Vado said. Yes. I know. He trains every day and his obsession has become even worse since his loss to Naruto. Whis said. I still can't believe how strong that scion is. To think he was able to defeat Belmod after the Omni King granted him a seat at the table of deities. It's astonishing. Beerus said. He's quite amazing. I'd like to take full credit, but when I first started to train him, he was able to force Kappa into using nearly 25% of his power. Vado said. Seriously? Goku asked. Yes. He was on a planet by himself and literally trained every day. Vado said. Did he still train every day when you became his teacher? Whis asked. No. I had him training 4 days a week and gave him 3 days of rest. We would train 4 days straight and then take a 3-day break. Vado said. Why would you take a break? Goku asked. You need time to let your body properly heal. Whis said. What if a strong opponent comes along while you're not training? Goku asked. Goku, that's enough. It's time to eat. Chi-Chi said. I'll take some food to Kale. Caulifla said and took a huge amount of food to Kale. Kale and Naruto. Kale? I brought you some food. Caulifla said. I'm not really hungry. Kale said and Caulifla put the food down. Come on, Kale. You need to eat something. Naruto will be just fine. You heard the lady. He'll be healed in about 10 days. Caulifla said. I don't know, Caulifla. What if she's wrong? Kale asked. She's not. She ran some tests and it's the exact same virus Goku had. He's going to be fine. Caulifla said. I guess you're right. Kale said. Think about it this way. He's always wanted a family, right? Caulifla asked. Yeah. We talked about it almost every day. Kale said. He can't have a family with you if he's dead. Actually, he might even be ready to in less than 10 days. Eat your food. I have people to talk to. Caulifla said. Don't you mean you want to get back to Kaba? Kale asked teasingly. Shut up. Caulifla said and quickly left. She better be right. I'm giving you 5 days to get better, Naruto. Anything after that and I won't be happy when you wake up. Kale said and started eating. Naruto's mind. Shit. What happened to me? Naruto asked. You have a deadly heart virus. A feminine voice said. Who said that? Naruto asked. Silly me. Thinking you'd know my voice when you've never even met me. The voice said. I think we should introduce ourselves. It's time we all met. A masculine voice said. Yeah, you should. Naruto said and one of the voices giggled. Very well. The feminine voice said and they revealed themselves. Who are you? Naruto asked. Look at you. You're all grown up. The lady said. He's strong as well. The man said. I'll ask one more time. Who are you? Naruto asked and turned Super Saiyan. Real world. What's going on? Caulifla asked as everyone went to where Naruto was after they felt his power spike. Why's he a Super Saiyan? Kampa asked. I don't know. I was just eating and then he transformed. Kale said. He shouldn't be able to transform right now. Bulma said. How's his heart? Chi-Chi asked. It's still fighting off the virus. He's transformed, but the virus isn't spreading for some reason like it did with Goku. Bulma said. Naruto? Can you hear me? If you can, I need you to drop the transformation. Kale said. It's no use. He's unconscious right now. Bulma said. Then how's this even possible? Vegeta asked. I don't know. Something triggered his powers, but it's only him and Kale in the room. Bulma said, reading the monitors. Why's he crying? Caulifla asked and everyone saw a tear come from his eyes. Wasabi. Naruto mumbled. Who's Wasabi? Kale asked. Naruto's fine. Kampa said. What makes you say that, Lord Kampa? Vados asked. Wasabi is his mother. Kampa said and everyone saw Naruto drop his transformation. I thought he didn't know his parents or their names. Caulifla said. He's always known their names. Kampa said. What did you do? Kale asked and went Super Saiyan 2. Relax. I owed him for saving my life during the Tournament of Powers, so about 3 months after the tournament, I visited the Namekians and used their Dragon Balls to make a wish. Kampa said. What was the wish? Beerus asked. I asked the dragon for Naruto to meet his parents when the time was right. I'm guessing since he was on the verge of death before he was given the antidote that now was the right time for him to meet them. Don't tell him I did something nice for him. He'll never let me live it down. Kampa said and Kale went back to normal. I'm impressed him, Lord Kampa. I didn't think you'd do something like this. Vados said. Are you mocking me? Kampa asked. I wouldn't dream of it, my lord. Vados said with a smirk. Wipe that smirk off your face. It reminds me of Naruto when he does it. Kampa said. Okay. Everyone out. Kale said. I just have to do a few more tests. Bulma said. Nope. He's fine. Out. Kale said and basically pushed everyone out of the room. Naruto's mind. Well, it certainly is nice to see you all grown up, Naruto. The female said. How do you know my name? Naruto asked. I know your name because I named you after pushing you out of me. The female said. I didn't know your name until recently since I died before you were born. The male said. Let me properly introduce myself. My name is Wasabi and I'm your... She was cut off by Naruto giving her a hug. Mom. Naruto whispered. That's right. Wasabi said as she held him tight. I'm Chris. Your father. Chris said as he joined the hug. Wasabi is a woman of average height and slender build. She has a lighter pale skin complexion, onyx eyes, and shaggy black hair reaching her shoulders. Her hair bears a resemblance to Naruto's except with two bangs. She wore a sleeveless black bodysuit and dark green combat armor highlighted with bronze and outlined by white, in addition to purple armbands and white boots. Her armor also had a thigh-length hoop. Chris is a tall man of muscular build with black hair. His hair is much shorter and stands on end in a spiky formation, with a single bang hanging over the right side of his forehead. He wears a dark blue and green battle armor, dark blue combat pants, long red armbands with matching leg warmers, and black and green boots. Look at you. You're a mixture between your father and me. Wasabi said, looking at Naruto. Apparently you have more strength than I ever had. Chris said. You said something about a heart virus. What is it? Naruto asked. It's not common, so there's no cure for it. It usually comes from the planet Yardrat, and from what I've been told by a deceased Yardrat, it is contagious. Chris asked. But I've never been to planet Yardrat. Naruto said. Have you ever been around somebody from Yardrat? Chris asked. Yeah. I was training under somebody named Orcus for 3 years. He trained me in spirit control. Naruto said. What did he look like? Chris asked. Short, blue, no ears and small eyes. Naruto said. He died from the virus. You must have gotten it from him. The good thing is that it doesn't become contagious until it starts to affect you. When did it start to affect you? Chris asked. Not until I came here. Naruto said. All right. After you beat this, you need to let whatever doctor is taking care of you right now that it's contagious. Chris said. I will. Naruto said. Something's bugging me. Wasabi said. What's that? Chris asked. Why do you have a tail? Wasabi asked Naruto. I was born with it. Dr. Benas cut it off when I was born, but it grew back. Naruto said. Ah. How is Dr. Benas? Chris asked. He's dead. Naruto said. What? How? I figured he'd outlive everyone on planet Sadala. Chris said. Taro killed him. Taro framed me for destroying a city on Sadala and left some ape hair from the first time I attacked when I was 3 weeks old. I was banished and Dr. Benas found out it was Taro who did it, so Taro killed him and then fled Sadala before he could be caught. He came to Earth and that's where I killed him. He also poisoned Mom. Naruto said. Why would Taro do something like that? Chris asked. He said it was because of you. Naruto said. Me? What did I do? Chris asked. He said it was because people always preferred you over him. He said he would always outdo you in everything, but everyone liked you better than him. Naruto said. Well, yeah. That's because he was a major asshole. Cress said, and Wasabi hit him upside the head. No cursing. Wasabi said. What the hell? Naruto mumbled, and Wasabi hit him as well. That goes double for you. Wasabi yelled. Okay. I'm sorry. You hit me just like Vados. Naruto said, mumbling the last part. Vados? Who's that? Cress asked. Oh. Is she a girlfriend? Wasabi asked. No. She's the lady that raised me. I was on planet Earth, and at first she couldn't allow herself to be seen by me, so she would come and leave me clothes or heal me if I trained too hard and passed out. I met her when I was 11, and she started to train me personally when I was 17. Naruto said. Why'd she wait so long? Wasabi asked. Because she's an angel. She works with Kappa, the god of destruction for our universe. Naruto said, and then went on to explain things to them. Wow, that's a lot of stuff that we missed out on. Did she make sure you ate? Did you bathe every day? Wasabi asked. Yes. She made sure I had some vegetables and fruits every day and made sure I drank plenty of water. Naruto said. Good. I'm glad she was able to take care of you. Wasabi said. That Kappa fella sounds more like an uncle or something to you. Cress said. He is. I like to prank and tease him a lot, and he does the same, but when it comes down to it, we have each other's back. Naruto said. I'm glad to hear that. Now, did you meet your soulmate already? Wasabi asked. Yeah. Her name is Kale. Naruto said. Good. I hope you didn't make the same mistake as your father did. Wasabi said. Oh, come on. I said I was sorry. Cress said. What did he do? Naruto asked. He slept with somebody before he met me. Wasabi said, and Naruto had a sheepish look on his face. I know that look. Cress said with a smirk. Tell me it's not true. Wasabi said. Well, you see, the thing is, I did the same thing. Naruto said, and nervously laughed. You idiot. Wasabi yelled and punched him on the head. Ow. It's not really my fault. We were talking, and then she got naked, and I was already naked coming out of the shower, and then it just happened. Naruto said. Ugh. Just like your father. Wasabi said, and slapped Cress upside the head. Was she a doctor? Cress asked. How'd you know? Naruto asked. My first time was with a doctor. We went multiple rounds as well. Cress said. Really? So did me and the doctor I was with. Naruto said. Anyway. How did this Kale take it? Wasabi asked. I mean, she was heartbroken, but I couldn't really do anything about it. I didn't know she was my soulmate until about 6 months ago. I haven't seen her since I was 11 from a video chat, and I'm 22 now. She slept with somebody as well, but we resolved it in the end before the tournament. Naruto said. Good. Is she pregnant? I might be dead, but I still want grandbabies. Wasabi said with stars in her eyes. Sheesh. You sound like Vados right now. No, Kale is not pregnant. Naruto said. Well, what's taking you so long? Wasabi asked. Well, I need a house for one. Secondly, I need money to raise a kid. Naruto said. Oh. Wasabi said. Don't worry about it, Naruto. Take your time. I mean, we were 30 when she finally got pregnant. Cress said. Speak for yourself. I was still 29 when I got pregnant. Wasabi said. You were 29 for 5 more minutes. Cress said. I was still 29, damn it. Wasabi said. Well, my birthday is a day before Kale's, so we're the same age. Naruto said. Ah, that's so cute. Wasabi said with stars in her eyes. Here she goes with the star eyes again. Cress mumbled. Shut up. Wasabi said and punched him on the head. Dad, is it true that Mom was stronger than you? Naruto asked. Oh, Naruto. That was just some silly rumor somebody started. It started when they would see me punch him for saying something stupid. He was always stronger than me. Wasabi said. I'm sure you understand. It's certain things you let your soulmate do when you love her as much as I love your mom. Cress said. I know. Kale eats the ribs off of my plate and something comes over me like a warning of what would happen if I said something about it. Naruto told him. Always listen to that sign. It will save you from brain damage. Cress said. Are you trying to say something? Wasabi asked with a sickly sweet smile on her face. No. Just how much I love you. Cress said. Good. Wasabi said, and then they started to fade slowly. Looks like our time is almost up. Cress said. Wait. I have one more question. Naruto said. What's that? Cress asked. Who did you fight that forced you to blow yourself up? Whoever it is must have been strong. Naruto said, and Cress got serious. Strong is an understatement. His name is Arceus, and he said he used to be the angel for the god of destruction from what he called Universe 15. He saw through every single one of my attacks, and even after I blew myself up, the person who guides the souls in the other world said that my final attack did allow my team to escape and take out enemies, but Arceus survived without a scratch. Cress said. A rogue angel? That's impossible. All angels that lose their god of destruction should serve under the Grand Priest until they are appointed a different position. How the hell did he manage to go rogue? Naruto asked, and was so deep in thought that he didn't feel Wasabi smack him upside the head. If he's an angel, then I fear he is unstoppable. The only way I see him being defeated is by another angel. Cress said. I'll have to ask Vados and Kampa about him. There's no way the Grand Priest couldn't know about a rogue angel. Naruto said as Cress and Wasabi faded some more. Looks like our time is up. Naruto, even though it might not mean much, I'm sorry for being selfish and blowing myself up. I should have retreated with my team, and then you wouldn't have been exiled from Sadala. Cress said as he gave Naruto a hug. It's all right, Dad. I understand what you did. I don't hold it against you, and I'm proud to have you as my father. Naruto said, and Cress smiled. Make sure you keep Kale happy. It'll save you from getting hit a lot. Cress said before he faded back to the afterlife, and then Wasabi grabbed Naruto, crying her heart out. I don't want to go. I finally saw you again after 22 years. Naruto, I want you to keep eating your vegetables, fruits, drinking plenty of water, and getting plenty of sleep. I won't be around anymore, but I'll always be with you in your mind and heart. Tell Vados I said thank you for taking care of you and making sure you were raised properly. I love you so much. I'll miss you. Wasabi said. I love you too, Mom. Naruto said, and they hugged each other until Wasabi was unable to hold him. Take this. Wasabi said, and a pink orb came from her hand onto Naruto's. What is it? Naruto asked. My ultimate move. It's called Rose Typhoon. Wasabi said before she completely faded away. Rose Typhoon. I'll try this out as soon as I can. First things first, I need to beat this heart virus. Naruto said. Real world. How's he doing? Caulifla asked as she came back in the room. He's fine. He kept mumbling a name, but I couldn't understand it. Kale said. That's weird. Caulifla said. No, it's not. Kale said. No. Not Naruto. His monitor reading. The medicine is working faster than what it was before. Caulifla said, and Kale looked at it. You're right. You should go tell Bulma and see what she thinks. Kale said, and Caulifla nodded, then came back with Bulma and everyone else. What's the problem again? Bulma asked. The cure is working faster than it was earlier. Caulifla said, pointing at the monitor. You're right. At this rate he could be up in maybe 2 or 3 days. I've never seen the medicine work so quickly. Bulma said. Yes. 3 days and I can finally have my rematch. Goku said. You wonder why you get called a dumbass a lot. Vegeta said. Should we do blood work on him to see what's causing this? Videl asked. No. I won't do blood work without his consent. Bulma said. I may have a theory to why it's working so quickly. Vados said. What's that? Bulma asked. He is a master of spirit control. One of the abilities it grants is the ability to heal something. I think his spirit control healing ability is working with the cure to get rid of the virus quicker. Vados said. You might be right. Bulma said, and then everyone felt energy coming from Naruto, then a pink orb formed in his hand before vanishing after 10 seconds. What was that? Caulifla asked. It looked like a new attack. Kale said. How do you know it's new? Gohan asked. Because all of his energy-based attacks aren't one simple color. They're always colorful. This one is just pink. Kale said. Was there anything else happening? Bulma asked. He kept mumbling some name, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. Kale said. We'll have to ask him when he wakes up. I'm going to be coming in here more often to check on him. Bulma said. That's all right. All I do is sit here and look at him. Kale said. You haven't slept yet? Caulifla asked. No. With me having to give him the medicine every 4 hours, I just decided to stay up. Kale said. Kale, we've been here for nearly 2 days. Caulifla said. Really? It doesn't seem like it. Kale said. That's because you've been so focused on Naruto. Kaba said. Get some sleep, Kale. Naruto will be up in a few days. Vados said as everyone left the room. 3 days later. Kale did go to sleep like Vados said, but the thing was she fell asleep for 3 days. So imagine her surprise when she woke up in the bed Naruto was supposed to be in. She sat up quickly and started looking around frantically for Naruto, but he couldn't be found. She quickly got out of bed and flew to everyone outside who were gathered around eating. Nice to see you're awake, Kale. Vados said. Naruto's missing. Kale said. What? Everyone asked. He's gone. I woke up in his bed and I didn't see him. Kale said. Calm down. I'm sure we'll find him. Kaba said. Don't tell me to calm down. Kale yelled and transformed to Super Saiyan. I'm sorry. Kaba said as he shrunk down. Don't worry, Kale. I'm sure he just woke up and... Caulifla was cut off by a huge explosion and everyone went to go see what it was. Explosion site. Mom wasn't lying when she said this was her ultimate attack. Naruto said as he just used Rose Typhoon on the water and created a gigantic hole that was quickly being covered in water. Naruto. Kale yelled as she flew at Naruto and he caught her. It feels good to hold you again. Naruto said and Kale started crying. I thought I'd lost you. Kale said. Come on now. You know it'll take a lot more than a virus to kill me. Naruto said, and she laughed. I know, but still. Kale said, wiping her face. Welcome back, Naruto. Kaba said. Thanks. Naruto said. How are you feeling? Vados asked. I feel fine. Who took care of me? Naruto asked. It was a combination of me and Kale. Bulma said. Then you both have my thanks. Naruto said. Finally up from your nap, I see. You're such a baby. Ow, my chest hurts, I think I'm going to collapse. Kampa said mockingly. You're still a fat slob that can't take more than 2 steps without getting tired. Is that a cheeseburger tucked in your side? Naruto asked tauntingly. Vados. Do something. He called me fat. Kampa said. I heard no such thing, my lord. Vados said, and Kampa pouted like a child. Hey, mister, are you really as strong as everyone says you are? Goten asked. Yeah. Naruto said. I bet my dad can beat you, right, Goten? Trunks asked. Yeah, mine too. Goten said. Well, Goten, I hate to break it to you, but I've beaten your father twice already. As for you, Trunks, I doubt your father would even challenge me right now. Naruto said. Hey! Naruto. Can we spar? Goku asked. Sure. On one condition. Naruto said. What's that? Goku asked. I'll spar with you if you can deflect this blast in less than 10 seconds. Naruto said, and blasted Goku away with a strong energy blast. You know he won't be able to do it with the amount of power you put in that attack, right? Beerus asked. I know. I didn't come here to spar with him. I'm on a vacation. Naruto said as he felt Goku transform into Super Saiyan Blue. How much power did you put into that blast? Gohan asked. Don't know. Naruto said. I'm sure you're hungry. We've got plenty of food for you. Chi-Chi said. Thank you. I haven't eaten in over a week. Naruto said. Are you sure the virus is gone? Vados asked. Yeah. I checked the monitors. Everything is good. I know how I got the virus. Naruto said. How? Kale asked. Arcus. The virus comes from planet Yardrat and he died from it. He gave it to me during the 3 years he trained me. So it is contagious, but it doesn't spread to other people until it starts to affect you. So I recommend everyone that was around me take the cure if they haven't already. Naruto said. That's good to hear. I can finally finish my research and start sending out the notes and cure to other doctors. Bulma said. That reminds me. Beerus, Whis, Kampa, Mom. I need to talk to the 4 of you in private. Naruto said. About what? Beerus asked. Arceus. Naruto said. Let's go. Beerus said, and the 5 of them flew away. Who's Arceus? Caulifla asked. Don't know. Kale said. Mountaintop. How do you know that name? Whis asked. He's the reason my father had to blow himself up for his team to escape. Naruto said. I thought your father took out all of the enemies he fought. Vados said. He thought he did as well, until he went to the other world. The person in charge told him that he took out all of the enemies except for one. What I want to know is how did an angel manage to go rogue with the Grand Priest keeping an eye on them? Naruto asked. It happened when the Omni King decided to wipe out the other universes thousands of years ago. He wasn't mad just for no reason. He was angry because Universe 15 couldn't get their mortal level under control. They were plagued by war all over, and the god of destruction and angels didn't do anything about it. They simply told the Omni King whatever gets destroyed can be recreated by the Supreme Kai. Beerus said. The Omni King gave them 4 extra years to get their act together, and they didn't. It only got worse. The Omni King held a meeting after the 4 years, and when everything was decided, he opted to simply wipe out Universe 15. Universes 13 through 18 were strongly against this and even spoke out against the Omni King, which is forbidden during his decisions like that. Chaos ensued, and Universes 13 through 18 tried to attack the Omni King. Kampa said. Universes 1 to 12 jumped in to protect the Omni King, and it was a grueling battle. Beerus wasn't the strongest god of destruction before the universes were destroyed, but he was certainly top 5. It was the angels fighting angels and gods fighting gods. At the end, Universes 13 to 18 were defeated, and the Omni King was enraged. He destroyed Universes 13 to 18 right in front of our very eyes, and the angels were stripped of their powers, had their memories erased permanently, and were sent to other universes to live as mortals until they died. Whis said. However, one managed to get away, and he's been in hiding ever since. The Grand Priest has been looking for him, but he was never found. Arceus has somehow managed to evade the Grand Priest for all these years, and all the remaining angels are also keeping an eye out for him. He must have some sort of device that hides his power level from us, because he just disappeared one day when we're sensing him. What planet did your father die on? Vados asked. Naruto responded. I'll inform the Grand Priest about this discovery, and he will send out a team to search for any clues that will lead us to him. The Grand Priest wants him to face his punishment for what he did those years ago, and we cannot let this go on any longer. Vados said. Then you better pray to Kampa that I don't find him first. If I do, he's dead. Naruto told them and flew off. Doesn't he know it is illegal to kill an angel? Whis asked. This is somebody who blatantly disrespects the Omni King to his face. Do you really think he cares if he kills an angel? Kampa asked. Be that as it may, if he somehow manages to kill Arceus, it will be on your head. I suggest you try to prevent that from happening. Whis said. I can't do anything. He's way above me. My destruction energy won't even work. Kampa said. Then I'll do it. Vados said. It's illegal for an angel to fight outside of training, and it can lead to severe punishment. Whis said. It may come with a severe punishment, but it doesn't mean the universe will be erased. If he tries to kill him, I'll step in and put a stop to it. Even if that means I have to fight him myself. Vados said. I would try to talk you out of it, but I see your mind's made up. Whis said. Vados. Are you sure you have what it takes to stop Naruto from killing Arceus? Kampa asked. Lord Kampa, I am far stronger than Naruto. Of course I have what it takes. Vados said. That's not what I meant. Kampa said. What he means is, despite you not actually giving birth to him, Naruto shares a deep mother and son bond with you. Are you willing to kill your son for the sake of your universe potentially getting erased? Whis asked, and Vados grew silent for a minute. Can you do it, Vados? Kampa asked. Yes. I may be his mother, but I was an angel first. Vados said and left. Sometimes I hate my job. Kampa said with a sigh. I know the feeling. Beerus said, and Whis was just staring off in the direction Vados went. She's not 100% sure. She's torn inside. Perhaps it's best if I contact Makurita and cuss for this one. Whis thought. Naruto. Naruto, why are we here? Caulifla asked as they were floating up above water. I want both of you to turn Super Saiyan 2 as quick as possible. Naruto said. Okay. They both said, and it only took them 3 seconds to transform and then dropped it. Now what? Caulifla asked. Now, I'm going to show you how to become a Super Saiyan 3. Naruto said as he turned Super Saiyan 2. Yes. Caulifla said. First. Caulifla, what were you doing when you tried to transform? Naruto asked. I was searching for that tingly feeling in my back like I usually do. Caulifla said. What? Naruto asked and dropped his transformation. When Kaba taught us to transform, he told us to focus on a tingly spot from our back. Isn't that how it's done? Caulifla asked. No. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Focusing that much power to a single point in your back is dangerous and you should never do it. I want you both to transform into a Super Saiyan 2, but this time pull the energy from your core like you're supposed to. Naruto said, and they turned Super Saiyan 2 in less than a second. Whoa. That was so much easier. I don't feel the usual strain like I normally do. Caulifla said. I don't feel that either. Kale said. Good. Now that I've fixed that problem, I'm going to show you how to go Super Saiyan 3. First you go Super Saiyan. Naruto said and transformed. Right. Kale and Caulifla said. Then you go Super Saiyan 2. Naruto said and transformed again. Okay. Kale said and Caulifla looked on eager. Then. Naruto said and started to power up, created a huge gust of wind that blew Kale and Caulifla away. Holy shit. Caulifla yelled and she was struggling to stay still. This next energy has to come from deep inside. Push hard to find it. Naruto said as he kept powering up and everyone that was looking on grew terrified. Ground. What's he doing? Trunks asked. I can't believe he has that much power. Videl said, holding onto Pan as Gohan kept them safe. I'm more afraid than when Goku first transformed. Krillin said, holding onto his daughter and 18. Sky. Naruto, we get it, you can stop now. Caulifla yelled, but Naruto kept powering up and created giant waves and a lightning storm. Naruto, stop. Kale yelled and Naruto let out a final yell, releasing a huge amount of power. Whoa. Caulifla said as she saw a Super Saiyan 3 again and the power was incredible. You do all of that right and you become a Super Saiyan 3. Naruto said in a deep voice, then dropped his transformation. That's so awesome. I can't wait to try it. When can I try? Caulifla asked. Right now. Who wants to go first? Naruto asked. I do. Caulifla said. Kale, come here. The amount of power that will be released might blow you away again. Naruto said. Okay. Kale nodded and flew over to Naruto. All right, Caulifla. You're already in your Super Saiyan 2 form now, so when you power up, dig deep to find that power in your core and push it out of you slowly. Naruto said. Got it. Caulifla said. She started to power up as much as she could in Super Saiyan 2, and when she reached her limit she was tired. She refused to give up and started to dig deep for the power Naruto told her to look for and listened as he coached her through it. The more power she let out, the more her body hurt and the louder she yelled. She caused the water to start creating huge waves and caused a mini earthquake that terrified the civilians. Naruto was watching on and smirked when he saw her hair start to grow longer and longer until it nearly reached her ankles. Instead of the usual one bang, she had two hanging over her forehead. Caulifla let out a final yell and released a huge amount of power, successfully transforming into a Super Saiyan 3. So, how do you feel? Naruto asked. I feel so powerful and tired at the same time. Caulifla said. That's the drawback of that transformation. It drains your energy and stamina a lot quicker than the first two transformations. You need to practice staying in that form for a long time to make it seem normal. Naruto said. On the ground. I can't believe she did it. Kaba said. He must be one hell of a teacher if he managed to get her to transform on her first try. Vegeta said. Dad, how many tries did it take you before you reached Super Saiyan 3? Gohan asked. I don't know. It was definitely way more than once. Goku said. We better brace ourselves for the next one. Krillin said. Why? Bulma asked. Kale's power is a bit unstable. She can't really control it sometimes. Kaba said. We have nothing to worry about. Vegeta said. What do you mean, Master Vegeta? Kaba asked. Master? Bulma asked. Shut up. What I mean is she's in full control of her power. She's been transforming relatively easy since she's been here. Obviously, Naruto has been working with her on getting it under control. Vegeta said. Let's hope so. Krillin said. Sky. All right, Kale. You're up. Naruto said. I don't know. What if I lose control? Kale asked. Then I'll simply knock your ass out. Naruto said. Charming. Kale deadpanned and Caulifla laughed. Come on, Kale. I thought we were going to reach this together. Caulifla said. We are. Kale said. Then go transform. Caulifla said. Kale started to power up as much as she could in Super Saiyan 2, and when she reached her limit she wasn't tired like Caulifla, but she felt herself slipping. She almost lost control, but reined it in when Naruto spoke to her. She started to dig deep for the power Naruto told her and Caulifla to look for and listened as he coached her through it like he did with Caulifla. The more power she let out, the more her body hurt and the louder she yelled. Her body was in so much pain due to the huge amount of power she was pushing to the surface that she started to cry a little bit. Kale caused the tsunami to start, and if it wasn't for Whis and Vados, then it would have made it to land. Naruto was watching on and smirked when he saw her hair start to grow longer and longer until it nearly reached her ankles. Instead of the usual one bang, she had two hanging over her forehead like Caulifla did. She finished powering up, and the difference was that her hair was a lime green color instead of the usual golden color, but her Super Saiyan hair color has always been that way. WOHOO. Go Kale. Caulifla yelled, making her smile. I did it. So this is the power of Super Saiyan 3. Kale said and looked at her hands. Feels good, doesn't it? Naruto asked. Hell yeah, it does. What's next? Caulifla asked as she was stopped hugging Kale. Next is training, Naruto said. Before they could even talk, he went Super Saiyan and kicked both of them away. Caulifla couldn't believe it. They were a Super Saiyan 3 and Naruto still managed to be faster than them. She grinned as she sailed through the air and knew this training was going to be fun. Kale, however, knew better. This training wasn't going to be fun. It was going to be complete hell.